doing a DFS and best ball preview for round 2 of the 2025 NFL playoffs. Gonna have a crazy show, as you guys can see on the screen here. Kenny is out with I don't even know why Kenny's out, but he told me he couldn't make the show today.
Is he on another road trip?
I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't follow through. He just said
I heard sore vagina.
Well, as you can see, we're gonna have a crazy show tonight. So,
wait, isn't he an Eagles fan?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's Jalen Hurts. He's got a bigger sore vagina than I would have thought.
Eagles. That was a rough one. I had exactas on them. I was very, very upset with how they played.
Sorry, Walter. I still love you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. So, well, before we intro everything, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. As always, I'm wearing something from the merch store is our famous money laundering t-shirt, which, when I wore this in Vegas, everyone was like, oh, you money launder? Where do you money launder? Yeah, I money launder, so I'm wearing a t-shirt. This is money laundering. But I'm like, yeah, I'm like, my response is like, well, if I told you, I get in trouble. And people are like, oh, okay. But anyway, you can get that as well as everything else at the merch store. 15% off sale right now. You can change the colors of these shirts. You can get a long sleeve, hoodie, infant onesie, women's tank top, everything. We have our famous apron. We have our mugs, our baseball cap. We're going to be adding more in the coming weeks, too. You can go to Amazon, buy my books. The most recent one is Jerks of the College Years, which still has a perfect 5 out of 5 rating, so it might be the best book of all time. And then my first book was A Safety and a Field Goal. First book ever written by me. This is a top 5 topic book about the NFL. Mostly serious stuff, but some fun stuff, too. And please consider super chats, super stickers. That's the best way to support the show because it's Q1, which means ad rates are way down. I told you guys so many times I felt like Ned Stark. Instead of winter is coming, I said Q1 is coming. It's been rough, so hopefully you guys help us out. Kevin Kovac gave us a great super chat last week, so really appreciate the help. All right, we're joined by Butters and Nuggets to go top to bottom here. Butters, how's it going by the bridge?
Oh my God, yeah, the bridge is definitely where I've been here this year when it comes to NFL. It's been up and down and up and down, break even, but it's been a lot of work just to break even. But hopefully that changes with with Golf Streets coming back on Thursday. So we are right around the corner there.
Yeah, golf is coming back. A little too early for me. I like to jump in when like the Phoenix Waste Management tournament starts. You know, they like you get like 3 or 4 results in, and you get like some data. But I always felt that like this is too early for me. But as far as breaking even, it's better than losing, right? Exactly. So we're also joined by Nuggets. Nuggets, how's it going?
It's going great. This year actually has been one of my better years. I actually crossed the winning $1 million in DFS lifetime earnings this year. Congrats. So I'm actually kind of proud of that. So I'm actually positive in my career now, which is awesome. Nice. But no, it's been a great year. Showdown's been exceptionally awesome. I was Showdown going into this year was like my loss leader. Like I just couldn't get reads. But this year has been just awesome. And hi, we're New England. We're back, bitches.
Hey, you did call it. You called it preseason. Patriots were gonna win. Patriots were gonna win their division, and they did.
I did. Yeah, and I was quite profitable because I bet that, and I also bet them over 11 wins.
Okay, wow, that's the alt win. What was the big on that?
The original was 7. They had him at 7 wins, and I laddered it to 11, and it was plus 5,000.
Oh,
wow!
Awesome. Congrats on that. That's sick. I have to ask you.
Like I said, it's been a good year.
What do you contribute? What do you attribute your? You said you knew success in Showdown. Like, is it just feel for this year, or are you trying something new, or like what are you doing, Nuggets?
Honestly, it's not going with the obvious captain. Like the last couple of weeks, like. Even the other night, like with the Patriots, it's like I think I sent you guys a screenshot. It was a good night. It was profitable. It wasn't like I was 6 points away from the winner in the grand lotto, mega. And the difference was like I needed Gadsden to catch another ball basically, and get like 10 yards. But so that was the big difference. But like. Picking like Ramondre Stevenson to be your captain and pairing him with the Pats D and a kicker. Just things like that where it's like the obvious captain would have been Drake May, right? And Pat Steve, but like kind of like, okay, how does Drake get there, right? And against a tough defense like that, and knowing Mike Vrabel's history in the playoffs, he just likes running the ball. Put one with Ramondre and load it up with Pats with a D and the kickers, and go from there. I mean, and that's basically what it turned out to be. That happened again with the Houston game against Josh Allen, where I didn't play Josh Allen, I played James Cook. But I played the Houston D and the captain on that Monday night game where Houston demolished them. Same thing. I mean, it was just like, okay, everyone thinks Josh Allen's going to run all over him, but they're one of the better defenses. So it's almost like take a step back, get out of reading through all the noise, and go, okay, just like going into this week. People are like, oh, Josh Allen's going to go into Denver and tear him up. I'm like, you sure about that?
We'll see. Trevor Lawrence did in week 16. So
that's fair, but Trevor Lawrence actually had competent wide receivers.
True. That's definitely true. I've called Denver a paper tiger defense all year. They're actually 13th in the NFL EPA. Like they're not that dominant. They have a great pass rush, but they have some flaws. So maybe we can use that in our DFS analysis.
Tight ends. Tight ends in the last couple of years has been their kind of Achilles heel.
Yeah, I guess it was good tight ends.
Kincaid and Knox. No, I don't disagree.
Yeah. Let's see. Walt, I'm writing up a draft for my new Substack called the NFL America's Most Successful Cartel. Once it's done, would you be interested in commenting? Oh, yeah, absolutely. That sounds pretty cool. So looking forward to that, Patrick. That's cool. Spawn and Huey, I think
Rico Hoy. Rico. Yeah, I don't like any Rico Suave this week. It's the first. We're just getting out of swing season. This is the first one of the year. It's usually a birdie fest.
Yeah, this Hawaii course is like when they go down to Mexico. It's an island. It's anyone can really win. So
yeah,
honestly, I wouldn't fault you for playing four chalky players, but then find two like dumpster fires. That's like, if you feel confident, go for it because you never know.
Me personally, I'm playing like literally like I'm playing like maybe 2 single entries and that's it.
I heard Kirk over 90 yards is like 50 to 1. Well, guess who had Christian Kirk was Butters, who called it via text. He was all over Christian Kirk. He said we should ladder him. I did not listen foolishly, but Butters, he definitely called it. So what did you see with Christian Kirk last night?
He was I noticed that he had the most yards, and then like, not only did he get the most yards, but they were using him like for distance throws. I mean, like distance for Houston is like 20 yards. But I was like, okay, they're constantly targeting him, and they kind of seemed like the Steelers were like, okay, we can not worry about Woody Marks. We got to worry about Nico Collins, but they're not caring about Christian Kirk. So I'm like, maybe he's the X factor. So I was like, well, he's got the most yards right now. Maybe he might be a ladder option. And then obviously, of course, when Nico got concussed, and it was like, okay, if you weren't on that train, like you're already late to the party. But it was like, I don't know, I just had that feeling.
Yeah, that was a great call. You know what it reminded me of is like a few weeks ago, maybe it was like week 14 or something, when Ryan Flournoy went off against Detroit on Thursday Night Football, where like, was it Lamb got hurt, and everyone's like, oh, Pickens is going to go off, and they kept throwing to Flournoy. I
was on Flournoy that week too, so must have had a good feeling.
Yeah. Was he 400 to 1 to have the most receiving yards this week?
I saw a posting of that. It was actually 500 to 1.
Wow.
And some guy put down like $10 and won $5,000.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That was on FanDuel. But yeah, I mean, crazy shit happens in the playoffs. Yep. I mean, the big dogs come out.
Yeah, it's a 1-game sample size, so each week, so anything can happen.
I got laughed at during regular season for having
you get laughed at every week, but that's a whole other story.
I know, I do. But I drafted Carson Wentz in one of my best balls. I was like, I don't know, like JJ McCarthy sucks, and you never know when he's just going to come in. And it's like, well, okay, I guess I'm going to get some points off of Wentz. I didn't get much, but I got something. Should have been
more than Phil Rivers.
If he didn't tear his labrum, I mean, he probably would have remained the starter at least for a while. But he just got hurt, unfortunately.
I should have went for Mariota, but
yeah. So it's very close to set. The Texans would beat the Steelers 33-9. Final score 30-6. It was a 10-6 game in the fourth quarter, and then all hell broke loose after that. Like, it was 2 defensive touchdowns. Evan on the show last Thursday said bet Texans defense anytime touchdown. I think it was like 8-1 or something. And
he said both, but I did not expect like having 2 defensive. I wonder if there was a prop bet for 2 of them.
I think it was. There was 25-1, I believe, or
like keep going. 30, it was 31? Like no, it was like 40-1.
41. So he said bet Houston defense, bet Pittsburgh defense, and then parlay both. So the one paid for everything anyway. So
yeah, I had Houston defense last night. I mean, it was like 6-1. I think it was, if I remember right.
Yeah, the one I cashed had both defenses too. So I was like, oh geez.
Gunther, good job.
Okay. Well, let's dive into. I think we start with DFS. I think, and maybe that'll help us with a best ball lineup or two. Depending on how
that's a crazy stat that Brandon just stated. Texans had 2 defensive touchdowns in the wild card 3 years in a row.
Wow,
you want to know what's a crazier stat? The Texans' lifetime are 0-3 in the divisional round.
Yeah, they lost to the Patriots and then the Ravens and then the Chiefs, right?
Well, they won their first road game, so.
And the other crazy stat is Mike Vrabel in the playoffs for an 8:00 game is undefeated. In any game that's not the 8:00 game, he's winless.
Oh man!
So something's got to give at 3:00 on Sunday. So
right.
Well, at least you're not concerned because good coaches win and great coaches cover, and that's what you got now.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
And you definitely profited from that.
Yeah, no Kenny tonight. He's on. I don't know why Kenny can't come on, but we speculate.
What, Mike? We're not good enough for you? Like, what the hell? Seriously?
Kenny, I assume we'll be back next week. Nelson and Harris versus the Browns. Yeah, the defensive touchdowns. The Houston.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's get into these quarterbacks. This is a 4-game slate. I actually like the 2-game slates. I find myself playing those more. I think the most success I've ever had on DraftKings has come in the 2-game slates. So anyway, we have Josh Allen at the top, and then Matthew Stafford, the 2 Q tags. They both banged their fingers in their games, and Allen injured his knee afterward, but they both had great final drives. So I don't know what to make of these Q tags. I think if that means there's going to be less ownership on them, I'm more willing to get on them. And then if you look at the other options, you have Drake May against Houston's defense, which doesn't seem ideal. He had it's the Chargers. He had 19.3. The Chargers also have a really good defense, so not as good as Houston's, but still it's up there. And then there's Caleb Williams against the Rams. There's Bo Nix. If you want to play him, go ahead. Brock Purdy's there. And the cheapest 2 options are Darnold and Stroud. So what are you guys thinking for quarterbacks this week?
Butters, if you don't mind, I'd like to take this first. And honestly,
I was trying to pull up early ownership.
Honestly, I hate to say it, but if you're playing in large MMEs, Sam Darnold is he just beat the 49ers a couple weeks ago. I mean, he had 23 points, not 23. Where was it? He had 20. Oh no, not that one, because that was week 18. Nobody cared.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's for the 1 seed for them.
Right. But the fact is, they still won it.
Right.
But I'm looking at the last. When I look at him, I go, everyone's going to look at last year when he played for the Vikings and threw all those interceptions and puked on himself. Again, this is only MME, large field, not single entry, not what I'm doing. But Darnold to me is go back to him, because I think people are going to be scared shitless to play him. He doesn't have the pedigree.
I agree. I think the ownership on him is going to be low. People are going to see this 8.8, 8.1. They're not going to want to play him. And like you said, they're going to remember last year's playoffs where he crapped the bed against the Rams. And so, yeah, no one's going to play him, but he has such an easy matchup this week that
he does.
He looks great at a salary.
And the Seattle weather's not going to be bad. I mean, we're talking 50s, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be like rainy and cold. It's going to be 50 degrees in Seattle. Yeah. So it's not exactly, and that you've had 13 days off. You got one of the premier wide receivers in JSN. You got a decent tight end in Arroyo or Barner, whoever you want to play, right? Like, you got weapons against a 49ers defense, which
Arroyo's out, by the way. So
not Arroyo. Sorry, I meant Barner. But the other thing is that, like, they don't have Kittle. Like,
yeah,
Tungus has actually done pretty well with Kittle out.
I know. I actually live bet him last week to score.
Oh man, Jake Tungus. Yeah, he's had some good games. He had a 14, a 17, 11, 10 here. You know, at his 3,400 salary, it looks pretty good. But stick to the quarterbacks, and then we'll get to him later because I think he's definitely worth playing this week. I agree. I think, like, if you're doing like large entry, Darnold might be one way to go for sure. But what if you're doing because I know Nuggets, you and I both like our single entry, whatever, Wildcat 3 max, whatever. What are you doing there in that sort of format?
Honestly, it's either Stafford or May for me. I mean, I think Stafford has the most weapons. It's the battle of the MVPs. You know, I feel like this is going to sound terrible, but like to quote Game of Thrones, it's battle of the bastards. You know, I mean, I feel like I'm doing, I think either one's a good choice. And the only reason I kind of give a slight lean to May, he's at home. Vrabel loves to run the ball. He's been using Stevenson out of the backfield. And I think Drake's kind of better with the elements. And granted, they're playing two great defenses. Stafford, it's a tough road to climb. I mean, you got to go to Chicago. We're talking like 10 degrees. Granted, he showed us what he could do in Philly last year. I'm not saying Stafford can't do it, but this Chicago defense is ball hawks. Like, they had the most turnovers in the league, most interceptions. Stafford makes one mistake with an injured hand. I'm a little worried, but that's me.
Yeah, I worry about his sprained finger that he has. I don't know. He has an extra day to recover from it too, because for some reason the Rams are getting an extra day, and the Niners are, as Kim McGill says, big advantage for the Seahawks to get the Niners in a short week. I don't understand what the NFL is doing with these short weeks. Like, obviously it's money motivated, but it's just like just screwing them like so bad. It's terrible. Bad luck for that. Butters, what do you think about these quarterbacks? Where are you going? Whether it's multi-entry or single entry?
I'm glad that I had one lineup with Josh Allen, because I kind of thought about it last minute before the slate started. And I was like, if I have no exposure to Josh Allen, if he goes off, I'm going to be really pissed at myself. And lo and behold, he did go off, and it was kind of just makes me think of, like, he's the best play on the board. Why not just slam him? And it just makes kind of sense. I mean, these are all big games. He's playing for his life out there. Maybe he's upset that he's not in the MVP race. I mean, what was the stat that Evan was saying? Like, they're a 4-13 team without Josh Allen or something like that. That you and Evan were saying. It's like, that makes complete sense. I'm like, he should be considered an MVP candidate, because just the fact, like, there's nothing without him on that team.
Yeah, he has the most upside of all the quarterbacks. So you definitely can't ignore him. And like I said, because there's a red Q tag, people might be a little hesitant to do that, especially when you get like Drake May at $800 cheaper. So
and I think people are going to try to find ways to, like, play Puka and McCaffrey and things of that sort. And it's like, you can't fit them all. So that means maybe he gets squeezed out just a little bit. I don't know, but he can easily get there and just dunk on everyone. Just for the fact of, like he did last week. Everyone was like, "Oh, let's try to figure out different ways and how to play the slate." And it was like, if you don't have Josh Allen, you're not cashing.
Yeah, it's definitely true. So, you like Allen? Do you like anyone else quarterback before we move on to running back?
Stafford and May makes sense. I lean more Stafford because I was just looking through New England's opponents this year. It doesn't look like they've played a tough defense. They did play Steelers early in the season. Now was
we had 5 turnovers.
Yeah, including 2 at the goal line.
And
I know.
Was Watt healthy at that time too?
Yeah, Watt played. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, he did throw. So I mean, Drake May did throw up a decent score for DFS, but is that decent score, like for instance against the Texans, is that going to be enough against a very high, a much higher ceiling than Josh Allen can do?
So here's my counterpoint to that: the Houston and New England coaching staffs are basically inbred cousins. Nick Caley was supposed to be the offensive coordinator that we were going to get, but he decided to leave because we didn't offer him enough money. He went to the Raiders to work with Josh McDaniels, and then he went to the Texans. Now, Josh McDaniels is OC at the Patriots. Josh McDaniels' brother is the running backs game coach for the Texans. Not only that, we have the personnel guy of Nick Caserio still there. I mean, there is so much inbreeding between these two teams. Hell, Vrabel worked for the freaking Texans for a while. Like, these two teams, well, I don't know if the Texans know as well as the Patriots, but I know the Patriots personnel know a lot about the Texans personnel. So it's going to be an interesting game. I'm just going to put it that way.
Yeah, and then they matched up against each other in the divisional round of the playoffs a while ago. So,
and I guess if we're looking at matchups too, I mean, the AFC almost sets up like it's going to be round 3 of New England and Bills. It's kind of setting up that way
in New England,
and we know NFL loves to do narratives.
Yeah, I think it's definitely heading that way. I don't have any faith in the Broncos. I've been saying that all year. I think they've been overrated. Texans have a shot with
they couldn't beat the Giants.
Yeah.
However, if you want to play that game, if you want to play that game too, then I would have some exposure to Knicks because it's like, okay, Josh Allen isn't going to go down without a fight. And so instead of people thinking, oh, it might be a low-scoring game because of the defense, blah, 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 like, what if it's like 48-45? It's like you're going to need something. Like, I could see that because
that's a fair counterpoint. And I guess the question is, how scared is everyone of the Buffalo defense?
Well,
right?
Look at last year. Look at last year when we had Browns at Broncos, and that game went nuclear. And no one thought that was going to happen. Like, didn't Jerry Jeudy go like nuts in that game?
Yes, James. And he long touchdown, pick six. Like, you gotta love good old Jameis Winston.
Like, what if something like that happens? You're like, holy hell, I'm going to need like max exposure to this game to get anywhere.
Yeah, the Bills' pass defense is good, but the Broncos can't run, so they can't really take advantage of the Buffalo defense. So they may have to throw. And like, Knicks has had some good performances this year, so it's not a bad option at 5,800. I don't think, even though I don't like him as a real quarterback, just fantasy's okay.
No, he's a game manager.
Yeah, and he can run a little bit. 49 yards, 42. Like those things matter. And I think that if the Broncos are behind, we're probably going to be laddering the Bo Nix rushing yards.
Walter, completely off topic. Is that a thing with Oregon quarterbacks? Because every mock draft I'm seeing is the quarterback for Oregon going number 1. And that game against Indiana, like, scared the living crap out of me.
Well, Coaches, from what Charlie said, coaches think that he should go back for another year because he's not ready.
He's definitely not ready.
Yeah, but he has a lot of potential, and you can see it. Like he does some stuff that most quarterbacks coming out can't do. But I mean, Mendoza's going to go one. But the two teams that need quarterbacks are atop the draft. You have the Raiders, who I think locked into Mendoza right now, and then you have the Jets. The Jets are so desperate, like they almost have to pull the trigger on this guy. It almost feels like Zach Wilson, who Zach Wilson was just way like not ready. Like he had to spend like 2 more years in school, like forgot one. So they reached on him, and then he just couldn't get it, and they kind of gave up on him, kind of like they did with Geno Smith and Sam Darnold, but felt like he's never going to get there, unlike those guys. But he always struck me as a guy who with like high upside, but like a super low floor, and more. I think he has a higher floor than Zach Wilson, but like, and he has a high ceiling too. But he like Charlie said, he's not ready yet. But if he's going to go number 2, he might declare anyway. But we'll see. I mean, he's going to get paid money in school, so things have changed. It's not like the old days. He definitely would have came out.
Sorry, didn't mean to take us off topic, but like that performance scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, but then again, Indiana's made everyone look bad, So
that's fair. I mean, what Cignetti has done this year. I mean, I'm not the biggest college football guy, but like, holy crap! In 2 years,
amazing.
Like,
it's really amazing.
Dude knows his stuff, and I think Mendoza's like brother is his backup.
I know,
like
it's crazy.
Like, is he? I guess he's gonna get the starting job next year, and is he just as good, or is he? I don't know. But
we'll see. We'll see. It might be another Mendoza next year. We'll see. You guys are fine twice as good as Kenny because they're more seeing you. There you go. Quick save. Mike is also asking, Las Vegas says Seattle is the most likely to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, they're the favorites. I'm not seeing it with Sam Darnold. What do you guys think? Should Seattle be the favorite? Let's.
No, they shouldn't be. But
before we get into the running backs, let's look at the odds. In
fairness, I agree with the Seahawks because of the position of being the number 1 seed. Like, I get it. Number 1 seed, one of the best records. So that's why they're kind of default number 1. Should they be number 1? I don't think so, but that's a whole other story.
Well, who should be number 1?
That's a harder question because I think if you take the rankings out of it, like
think with your heart and not down.
No. I honestly want to say the Patriots, but like I know I'm wrong because the Broncos had a better record this year, right? So like in theory, with rest and everything, the Broncos should be number 1, but they're not.
I think the Rams really should be.
See, the Rams should not be. They were not the number 1 seed. They did not win their division. But just from that, like, those standpoints, like, how can you give the Rams the best odds to win it? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I think 270 is a criminal price. It should be like 400. And I think they should be 400. The Broncos should be about 400. And then the 2 seeds should fall right beneath them, the Patriots and whoever else, the Bears. Yeah.
Is there
the fact that the Bears are plus 1,200 is insane.
It's tough because their defense is so bad. Like they get a lot of turnovers, but like they have no pass rush at all.
Go to that conference championship hypotheticals for a moment.
Well, real quick before we do this, like I think the best value on the board is the Niners.
Oh, 100%.
Like
100%.
They might get Fred Warner back this week. There's a chance he returns. And
he's not. Kyle Shanahan already said he's not. They've opened the windows for him to return. The earliest is the title game.
I'm honestly shocked that the 49ers are the worst. I honestly thought the Texans would be the worst.
I would agree there.
Yeah, I feel the same way. All right, conference champion hypotheticals. What did you want to look at, Butters?
So I'm still kind of leaning that 49ers are going to make it to. They're actually going to make it to the conference championship. It's just weird. It's kind of like this weird feeling that I know it hasn't happened in maybe like just current recently, but like if you look at like the last like 5-6 years, like you've seen like the hosting location, like the team is for whatever reason in the conference championship. Now, do I think the 49ers are going to win it? No. But I think they're going to be in it. So that makes me think that they're going to actually beat Seattle.
I mean, yeah, in which case, take the money line. Whatever that is. What is the money line in that game? It is plus 280 that you're getting the Niners as 7-point underdogs in Seattle.
I've seen weirder things happen.
Yeah, no, I mean they could win it, yeah, for sure. They don't have the rest advantage, you know. Seattle has that, but I found that teams that do poorly with the with little rest are usually the bad teams. Like the good teams tend to rally around that pretty easily. But it's like if you get like the Jets playing on Monday night, like they're generally going to be terrible that upcoming Sunday. Just because, or in the Thursday game against a better team, they're just not going to have the opportunity to do well. But you know, the Niners, I think, are good enough to bounce back. They're well coached enough to have a good game plan put together, and it helps they're going against a familiar opponent too, so they don't have to like scout. Like they know the players, you know.
Yeah, Saleh being their DC again. Kyle Shanahan, as long as he doesn't freeze up like he did in Atlanta, we're good.
Yeah. Hey, Steven, what's going on?
However, here's an interesting narrative.
Uh-oh
is right. What if we get Bears versus 49ers? Because then it's a repeat of Ben Johnson versus the 49ers in the conference championship game.
Oh, when he was with Detroit.
Yeah. Like, imagine him bringing the Bears to the Super Bowl. Like, obviously, I'm not a Bears fan, but what if? Like, I'm a believer in Ben Johnson. I know my father-in-law really isn't, but I'm a believer in Ben Johnson. And me being a Packer
fan, the T-shirt.
Me being a Packer fan, I'm scared shitless of Ben Johnson, having to play him twice every year.
Yeah. Bears need to make a comeback against the Rams to make that happen. That's probably what would happen. And I think if Stafford's healthy, I think the Rams might be too far ahead. You know, like they kept pace with the Niners. The Niners are not as good as the Rams, you know. Granted, Chicago's being at home and it's gonna be cold there, but as Nuggets said, the Rams hung tight with the Eagles last year in a blizzard, so I'm not too worried about that.
It's crazy to think the Bears would be favored. Well, okay, based on the Super Bowl odds, I could see where Bears would be favored over the 49ers if that would be a hypothetical. But
I mean,
well, it says that they're equal. These teams are equal because they get 1.5 points for bringing it home now.
So not to cut you both off, but one of the things I dug up the other day, like there hasn't been a team other than the Tom Brady Bucks, and it was COVID, so bear with me on that. Since like the Giants against the Patriots that went to win 3 road playoff games in a row and then won the Super Bowl. Like ever since they went to this format of the 14 teams, other than Brady in the COVID year and then the Giants before that, no team has won 3 playoff games.
Yeah,
I think
at road.
I think the Packers did. Packers did in 2010.
Packers were a 6th seed and won it.
Yeah, they won it at Philly, then Atlanta, and then
because that's when it was 12 teams and they were a 6th seed.
Correct. I'm saying 14 teams.
Oh, 14 teams. I see.
Yes. And the Giants' second Super Bowl against the Patriots, which was after the Packers won.
Okay.
Has not happened since that one and Brady in COVID. It has not happened where a team has won 3 road playoff games and then won the Super Bowl, which is why I think the 49ers again such disrespect at plus 2,000. I agree that it should be plus 2,000, but it's one of those things of like,
I still
really?
I still think they're a good enough team to be in the conference championship because they've surprised the hell out of
Yes.
everyone, being a team that was deemed a rebuild team that somehow is like, holy shit, like look where they're at now, sort of thing.
And
But
literally no wide receivers, no
people were
nothing.
thinking
Yeah.
the exact same thing about the Bears, and I don't really think the NFC is really that strong this year.
People were saying the same thing about the AFC too.
I mean, there's no one strong. Like there's
Well,
no dominant team this year.
Well, it's not the Chiefs.
That's
It's not.
a fair point for the underdogs to get there.
Yeah, no, I mean anyone alive can still win. I think the only team that made the playoffs had zero chance was the Panthers, and its Steelers were there were Steelers like 0.1. The Panthers were zero. There's
no Lamar. There's no Patrick Mahomes. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? Oh,
I know.
We're the
But
NFL. We're so scared.
In fairness, if the Ravens were in instead of Steelers, the Ravens probably would have beaten the Texans last night. But we got a game with the crappy Steelers who couldn't score any points in the second half. It's pretty.
Aaron Rodgers
didn't have enough holy water.
No,
and Aaron Rodgers is old.
Yeah,
I still want him to come back. I still want him to get beat every 32 teams, but
yeah, that's your wet dream. Is not happening.
Like that. I feel like that's his Super Bowl. He got his opportunity, didn't get there. His only opportunity would be with.
He can't even throw a ball 10 yards.
He needs to have a team that's got an offensive line. Like if the Vikings' offensive line was there, and they would be willing to make the.
Did you see the Vikings' offensive line this year?
Well, Darisaw is a big importance on that offensive line, though.
And was he there?
Yeah, they all get injured.
I don't think he was really healthy this year.
No one is healthy on that line.
Thank you.
O'Neal missed time. Darisaw missed time. Kelly was out for like the whole year.
Yep.
He almost like Darisaw. It was almost like Tom on the Packers. So it was just like, wow, that was just the void. Just was right there. Like when he's out, when they're both out, it's like, wow, that offensive line is junk.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it the year before at the Vikings too. Like when in the first half of the year, the Vikings were so dominant, and the second half of the year they lost Darisaw and they started barely beating teams, and they're kind of they're kind of done. So, all right, let's. Why don't we? No, Nuggets stepped away for a couple of seconds, but why don't we go to the running backs? I can start my spiel there, and then hopefully Nuggets is back by then. So we have Christian McCaffrey at 8,800. He is by far the most expensive running back on the slate, and the last time he played Seattle only 11.7. So it's hard to justify this price with him. Now, people might be looking at that. They're like, okay, we can't play McCaffrey, especially because you have to factor in Puka and JSN here. Like, of the guys in the 8,000s, he might be third in the pecking order. So you could maybe get some leverage by playing McCaffrey. But then again, those receivers look so good. So it is pretty tough. And then you get James Cook against the Broncos, who don't allow anything to running backs. And there are better matchups here. Kyron Williams against the Bears run defense, which is not great. You have Harvey here, who probably is the best matchup on the slate, but Harvey just he's had good matchups. He hasn't taken advantage of them. So he has not topped 75 rushing yards yet. And so for me, it's just kind of hard to justify. It just seems like everyone's going to play Harvey. They're going to see this green 25th number, and they're all going to gravitate to it. I'd rather pivot to something else, whether it's paying $400 more for Williams or paying $200 less for Swift. Everyone saw Marks go off on Monday night. I don't really like him here against the Patriots. But then again, the Patriots running backs look bad too. I think the Seattle running backs look good. The Niners, when they lost Tatum Bethune, they got worse against the run. And if Fred Warner is not going to come back this week, then they're going to look good. Like Walker had 17.3 in week 18. Charbonnet had 18.7. Charbonnet looks great, I think, at 5,300. I think Quorum looks great at 5,100 with these expensive receivers. You kind of have to go cheaper at running back if you want to play them. Monungai, I don't think is a bad option at 5,000. Like Monungai, he had 9 touches last week. He's going to be more involved. And then you have your Ray Davises and whatever. But the guys I like this week are Walker and Charbonnet. At least one of them. Like try to get one of them, and then maybe one of the Rams running backs, whether it's Williams or Corum. Like Corum had 11 carries and 2 catches last week, and Williams had 13 and 2. So Williams only had 2 more carries, and you're paying $1,500 more for Williams compared to Corum. So for me, like if trying to get these expensive receivers, I think you have to go down to running backs. So what do you think about the running backs on the slate?
I think in the playoffs, especially, it's whoever can run the ball the best is typically the better team. And so, like, if you have the conversation of like, okay, who am I going to spend that for? Like, if you're saying like McCaffrey versus Puka, I would much prefer having McCaffrey over Puka. I feel like there's more ways for Puka to fail than there is McCaffrey, especially with Kittle out. Now, does he have the best matchup? Maybe not so much, but do you absolutely need him? Tough to say as well. If I'm going with the narrative of like who I'm thinking that's going to make it to next week, I mean, that means I'm probably thinking Rams don't win, then the Bears make it through, and so does 49ers. So I mean, then I would lean that way. I would be leaning McCaffrey over Puka. That doesn't mean that Puka can't. That doesn't mean that both of them can't have a monster game. So I mean, that's one of the tough narratives, I think, because I mean, if you were to throw in Josh Allen, McCaffrey, and Puka, what do we have left for salary?
Let's do that right now. So Josh Allen, Puka, and McCaffrey. You have 41.83 left per player, and let's just plug in a cheap defense. If you like the Niners, pair him with McCaffrey. You have 45.80 left. You can plug in a cheap tight end. Let's go. I don't know who you want to go with.
Tungus makes absolute sense there.
Okay, 3,400. So you have 48.75 left per player, but you need a running back, and those guys are more expensive. So basically, you have
put Charbonnet in there.
Okay, Charbonnet.
No, Manungai.
All right, Manungai, even cheaper, 5,000. So you have 48.33 left per player.
I mean, I feel like that's doable if you're looking at, like, let's say Pearsaw's out. Okay, probably you have Robinson in there. What's Christian Kirk at?
4,100. He's going to be chalk in this
Okay, he's going to be.
Everyone's
he's going to be mega chalk at that.
Yeah.
The problem is the Patriots defense actually is good against wide receivers.
Oh yeah, their secondary is great. So I would not play Kirk this week at all. I think that's a trap.
Right.
I'm
just looking at like things like that where it's like, okay, so it is possible.
Luther Burden season.
Oh boy.
I think the Bears, especially in comeback mode, the Bears look good there. So, I think you could play 2 of McCaffrey, Puka, and JSN. Kind of have to choose with one. And like, I agree. I think McCaffrey for him to fail might be tough. Although he did not get there in the last matchup, but this should be more favorable. And keep in mind Trent Williams.
But that was week 18 too.
Well, they were trying in that case. They had a chance to go for the 1 seed.
100%. But again, didn't have Trent Williams, which was a huge. Yeah. And honestly, like it feels like the Niners getting healthier. Mm-hmm. So honestly, I'm kind of like, did the Niners actually really try in week 18 to win the 1 seed? Yes, Gonzalez has already come back. We're good. He even posted on Instagram saying, "I'm back." He posted it about 6 hours ago.
Defense is probably going to be mega chalk then.
One would suspect that they're going to be mega chalk.
Yeah, because I don't know even in that scenario, I don't even know if I would punt that 49ers because they don't pressure the quarterback.
Yeah, because didn't Bosa blow out his knee early?
Week 3, yeah.
Yeah, so he's done. He was like their only big pressure point. And no Fred Warner means they're not pressuring, so it's basically bend, don't break.
Yeah, but we've also seen JSN like get targeted a bunch and still not catch the damn ball either. So
That's because Sam Darnold is his quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of linked here with the running back receiver. Like, I feel like JSN might be a trap in this game.
Okay, so who's the number one receiver for Allen? Because we got to pair him with somebody. He can't just do it himself.
Well,
And honestly, if you're gonna play Allen, well, it's Shakir, but is it really Shakir, or do we want to play a tight end here instead? Do we want to play Knox or Kincaid?
I feel like Shakir got peppered because Gabe Davis went out, and they were just like, "What's our backup plan?"
Yeah, we talked about the Denver defense against tight ends. So Kincaid's great. I think Knox and Box, you could play him too. Like,
well, the problem is Kincaid had a good matchup as well against Jaguars. He didn't really do much either.
Yeah, you got 11.8. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, I'll take 11.8. You know.
The other question is to ask is, do you pair Allen with James Cook instead of McCaffrey?
If you got a good tight end, matchup, you probably have a good running back at running back. So I could see it. I could see both Allen and James Cook both going off, and then maybe your tight ends don't do anything. You just be a game.
I'm just thinking like
play option.
I'm thinking like Denver defense manhandles the offensive line. It's dump offs to James Cook, and Cooks is having a day.
Cook and a tight end. So you were stacking Allen with Cook and a tight end?
Oh, yeah. Not James Cook. Ray Davis. Maybe
Ray Davis.
Yeah. Is it Ray Davis or is it
Tyler Johnson?
It's probably
Ty Johnson.
Tyler Johnson becomes a receiver out there. He'll probably take Ty Johnson's going to take the Gabe Davis role.
Well, he said he's not practicing Tuesday, so we'll see if he comes back.
Yeah.
And there's Frank Gore Jr. was getting worked in there.
They're not giving Frank Gore Jr. the work.
He got worked in. What do you mean? Last week he did. He got what did he get? He had one catch. He was on the field for a while. How many snaps did he play? He was on the field for a while.
Well, sell me on Frank Gore Jr. some more, please. I beg of you.
Maybe a first touchdown prop.
That's about it. I mean, Jesus.
Hammer.
You sell me on one catch?
Yeah.
I love you, Walter, but seriously?
He played 4 snaps apparently.
I feel like
I swear. Maybe I was on drugs. I swear he was on the field more.
I actually have him for 20.
Who?
Ray Davis.
No.
20 snaps.
Frank Gore was on this.
Oh, Frank Gore, I have 4. Yes. Yeah. Ray Davis, I got 20. Gillum, I got 9, and Cook, I got 38.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now that I think about it,
oh God, you know what it is?
Ty Johnson going to make a huge impact in this game.
No, boys, we're missing it. Our Florida State University moron who can't attend a effing meeting is going to be our Lord and Savior this week. Ta-da!
Oh God.
He's super cheap. He got involved last week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like they're literally out of people to throw the ball to.
Who's your third tight end?
Jackson Hawes would be your answer.
Okay, because they've actually got him. I remember being on Hawes.
How much is Brandon Cooks? Because they threw to him 5 times.
Brandon Cooks is legit. They rested him week 18. Like they
right. But I'm looking at last week's box score. And I'm looking at the things. Brandon Cooks might be your answer instead of Keon Coleman, but Keon Coleman had the touchdown.
Cooks is going to see some Surtain though. That's the problem. It's like Shakir plays in the slot. Like Cooks going to be on the outside and see some Surtain. But I actually don't mind him. You know, I've drafted him a lot in best ball, like a lot. Just because they rested him week 18. They think that he's the legit number 2. And like Tom Brady, he was calling the game where the Bills are playing against the Eagles. and like he was like gushing about him. Like I guess well, for one, he was his former teammate, but like second, I'm sure
Until he got
talking,
concussed in the middle of the Rams Super Bowl.
I'm
He
sure
got a Super Bowl. He got the Super Bowl ring, but
Yeah. Right. I'm sure he talked to the the coaching staff and stuff like that, and during the production meetings, and he got a sense that like Cooks is going to be more involved. And like the next week he was rested, so I do think there's something there for sure. And it's not like he's going to see Surtain the entire game. So I definitely like Cooks this week. Let's see. Hey Walt. Hey the boss. How's it going? Thanks for the 499 super chat. Really appreciate it.
If you have a question, let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let us know.
Are you truly the boss? Sorry.
Damo Iverson says so he did.
Is that Big Dom? Is that Big Dom from Philly?
Yeah, he did fumble, although they don't have much of a choice. Ty Johnson's out. Yeah, Davis fumble. Yeah, I think that's why Davis came in for a little bit.
Yeah, but Davis fumble also because Davis shredded his knee.
Yeah. So
and then so did Tyler. What's his name? Tyler Shavers. He blew his knee out, but yeah, he still played every snap in the second half.
Yeah, who do you think he was? Philip Rivers playing in the torn ACL?
Oh, just like in the Patriots against in the AFC Championship game. I was there. Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Yeah, he played on a torn ACL, Philip Rivers somehow, and then like Tomlinson's still on the sideline the entire time because he was too cold or something.
Because Tomlinson's a bitch.
It was like my quarterback's playing on a torn ACL. I'm too cold to play.
It's why I never respected the Chargers and the whole franchise. Like, I'm the reigning NFL MVP, but I can't go out there because it's cold. But yet your quarterback is out there on a torn ACL trying to get you in the Super Bowl, and you're like, you want the Patriots to win? And you're healthy?
I know. That was so frustrating to see. But
I mean, I appreciate the free championship, but seriously?
It was a free Super Bowl appearance.
Oh, no,
wasn't the championship.
Hold on. I'm cooking on something. I gotta think.
Yeah, it was.
Stop doing meth.
Okay.
I know you live in Wisconsin, but stop doing meth.
Yeah, Walter White going on here.
No, he's got too much. He's got too much of the mullet. He can't do Walter White.
I'm living in the '80s. Come on now.
Were you in Stranger Things?
I actually did not watch that. I'm not.
You're better off for it. The last season sucked.
Everyone says that. I haven't seen it yet, and maybe I should.
Have you seen any of it?
Oh yeah, I've seen the entire series until the final season.
Yeah, avoid it. I'll tell you what. What's
first season
great?
Was amazing, though.
Yeah. What's great on Netflix right now is Him and Her. With
preview for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch that.
Okay.
That I blew through that. It was awesome. Tess Thompson from the Marvel movies, John Betherall, who's the Punisher in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They play a now separated married couple. It gets no supernatural shit. They try to hunt down a serial killer. It's fucking great. Like, I blew through it in the night. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's only 6 episodes, and they're only going to do 6 episodes. It's a mini series. There's no, see, I knew Dom knew that shit. And Dom, even Dom said it's good.
It's good. I saw previews that I was going to check it out. But because I Peacock, because we had that stupid game, which I forget which game it was. I decided to check out
the
Patriots game. Yeah. I checked out some shows on Peacock. There's a show called "It's All Her Fault." I think.
Yeah. It's a Snady Snook or Sarah Snook from
Question. So,
yes.
Yeah. So it is awesome, man.
It's
and the
ending is so effing weird. You're like,
what? Oh yeah, dude. the perception I had of every character, just
Okay.
I'd never seen a show where
FYI, if you have not seen the show,
yeah.
mute yourself right now or mute your speakers because Walter might spoil some shit.
I'm not going to say behind. I'm just saying the perception I have of each character. I'd never seen a show where like it just flips, like, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, you did not see that coming out of left field. You're like,
yeah.
what happened?
I know.
Which show
I was
is this again?
I was like trying to like put everything. I was like, wait a second, like, did that happen?
It's all her fault. It's all her fault. It's on Peak. It's on Peacock.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarah Snook's in it from. Yeah, I get a lot of that.
Chingos.
I mean, I'm not as fat, but yeah, I get that. I mean, I did work at a tire store for a while. I'll be honest.
Nice.
I mean, that was my high school and college years. I mean, I even repaired cars for a while, and I used to tell my manager to go fuck himself because I thought he was a gay retard, but that's a whole other story. And here comes my wife coming to yell at me. Gee, what a surprise. Just like Shane Gillis. Hold on.
Oh, man, I want to hear it.
Where's the water balloon?
The boys want to see you in your underwear.
I did not say that.
The boy said, if you yell at me, you have to come over here in your underwear and talk to me. She's not going to dignify that remark, apparently, but she's in some pretty badass underwear. I might have to go upstairs. I definitely go upstairs. There's some good underwear. There's a corset.
Man.
There's a corset, but no garters. I don't know if I can go upstairs with no garters. If she had garters, I'd be gone. There's no garters.
Well, if you disappear, you know why? What?
If I end up in a ditch tomorrow, you know why? I did promise I'd be upstairs at midnight, but that's a whole other story. Anyway, we're only on wide receivers. Can we just like blast through the rest and be done in 10 minutes, and then maybe have a shot?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Butters.
We'll work on that. I'll cover you for both.
All right.
Well,
Well,
Butters, because then you're trying to take advantage of my wife and her garter. Trying to blast through me. That doesn't work. That's weird.
all right. Well,
this whole thing is off the rails.
I told you.
As Walter predicted.
I know. I said in the intro, it's gonna be a crazy show.
That's what people want. We want entertainment.
It never disappoints. All right, receivers. We talked about running backs. I think we talked about some of the receivers, but you know, there's JSN, there's Buka, obviously Adams. I think it's gonna kind of the forgotten man because he didn't do much last week, but you can always catch a bunch of touchdowns. He had 13 targets too.
I don't know if he's fully healthy.
No, I don't think he is either.
Maybe not last week, but maybe he's now this week. You know,
what you're gonna tell me? A guy with a hamstring going into cold weather.
I gotta look at something now.
Is gonna be help. I can't trust Devontae.
I want to look at Devontae. I'm looking at Devontae at Chicago. Let's see.
Devontae. Oh, because Green Bay history. Yeah.
Actually, not great. He's had like one good game, maybe two.
Yeah,
but
most different Chicago defense.
Home. So I don't know if that narrative actually counts.
Different Chicago defense. There's no Khalil Mack here. You know, it's much different than it was before. So I'm definitely willing to play Adams 6,500. I know that he didn't look great, but he's still got 13 targets. Like he's going to get more targets here, and Chicago's secondary is can be a disaster.
We also do have Ben Johnson versus the Rams in the playoffs, and that worked.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Anyway, you said Devontae had 13 targets with the Carolina defense on him.
Yeah.
Is the Carolina defense that good?
It's not. But Chicago's
but that's my point. Like you're telling Devontae he's going against a better defense. He had 13 targets against a subpar defense, and you think Devontae is going to be better?
Where do you think Chicago and Carolina rank defensively in EPA?
Oh, Chicago, Carolina. Like Chicago way up here.
It's like this. It's like this.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Carolina's 18th, Chicago's 15th.
Can't make it Eagle. To answer your question is there a Ted McMillan on Chicago? Yes, that's Walker.
Huh? Who's
Walker came out
Walker?
of nowhere. That rookie that came out of nowhere and started catching touchdowns.
You mean Burden?
No, I'm talking about what's his face, Walker.
Oh,
Johnny
this
Walker.
cat. Oh,
That
this
guy.
cat.
That guy.
Sorry.
Yeah,
My bad.
Who's a Bears
My bad.
fan's really high on him.
My bad.
How do you have two catches on 0 targets?
Because you got balls deflected to your face.
Like twice? It's pretty wild. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Maybe one, but like two, two catches, no targets.
But he got a rush. He's got a rushing touchdown. He had another. Is that rushing or receiving touchdown? No, that's a receiving touchdown.
Receiving, yeah, it's receiving.
So he must have had negative yards. He must have had a touchdown and also negative yards.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty wild. But
Weird.
I mean, this is when Adunze was out. So like, I mean, Adunze's back. And I think he's worth a look too. He didn't do much last week, but like anytime you get a talented receiver who did nothing the week before, I think you have to play them because like no one's going to be on Adunze this week. Only 2 catches, but he saw 6 targets though. Like he's really talented. He's had some huge games this year. Like
Kyle Williams or Demario Douglas or Keyshawn Moody, they're all in the same range. But if you're playing a Josh Allen lineup, it's almost you almost have to throw Shakir in there. Like, sorry, I mean 5,100's too cheap.
I mean, Josh, if Ty Johnson's healthy, I might actually hammer Josh Allen with Ty Johnson. I might actually like that a lot. I may lock that in all my lineups.
Who'd you say, Ty Johnson?
Yeah.
If he plays, yeah. I mean,
because I don't think he's not really play. He doesn't really play the running back role. He's kind of he's almost like the Ty Montgomery role in some ways.
Yeah, it's like the Kenneth Gainwell for the Steelers. What the Steelers did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. I think Pat Bryant's kind of interesting at 3,900.
Oh yeah,
he
saw a bigger role late in the year. 7, 4, 8, 5 targets. He's I'd rather play him over Franklin, who's 4,900.
Oh,
I think that's
100%. Yeah.
You know what happened to what's his name from? Was it Rybets or whatever his name was earlier in the season that was really high on Ty Franklin?
Oh, Armac was super high on Franklin. Yeah, I mean he had a great start to the year. It's just like Pat Bryant kind of overtook the receiver 2 role. So if we were talking about before, how Kirk is going to be super high owned. Bryant's $200 cheaper, and I think there's a decent chance Bryant outgains them. Or you could go Jaden Higgins, $500 more. I think there's a better chance that Higgins does better, but New England's secondary is just so tough that it's hard to justify these Houston players, even though Collins is probably going to be out. So, any other receivers standing out to you? We talked about Coleman.
The only one I can think about is like Zacchaeus.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I was also going to say Mims. Maybe he's out of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't play. Mims is just like, I don't know.
I mean, if Collins is definitely out, I mean, like Hutchinson comes to mind in garbage time. So does, who's the other guy they had? Is it Sim?
Jalen Noel.
Noel, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, because I think Christian Kirk we treated as a Nico Collins type. So you have to go to the secondaries and third tier.
So who's they going to throw back on kick returns? They're going to put like Chubb back there.
Chubb can't run; his knee is gone.
I know. I'm just laughing at that. Like
I bet him for comeback player of the year, and of course I'm eating that money now, and I'm pissed. But like I thought Chubb would have a better year. So
yeah, I mean he looked like he just has nothing left in the tank, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Brandon Cooks, I think this is a decent play too.
You missed where Joe Mixon has nothing left in the tank because he didn't even show up for Houston this year.
Yeah, we actually talked about that during the summer where like I listened to a podcast where the doctor was talking about how he watched Joe Mixon's gait and was like, this guy's not playing this year. I was like, oh, wow. People were like, oh, he's going to miss 2-3 games. Like he's like, no, he's not playing this year at all, which is pretty crazy. No, proved last game he can't catch a cold.
He's not wrong there. He's not wrong.
And again, New England's secondary is tough. So I don't even know if I want to go in that direction.
And if Gonzalez is there, I'm sorry, the New England Houston game for DFS purposes, avoid, in my opinion. It is. I think it's AIDS because it's going to be a rock fight. It's going to be like a 13-10, 16-13 game. This is not the game you want to target.
Double defense, double kicker is in play.
Yeah, those are the two most expensive defenses for good reason.
I'm the biggest Pats homer, good, bad, ugly. I've seen everything. I've been a Patriots ticket holder for now 24 years. 25, actually 25 years. Now we're in 2026. Nice. I got my tickets in 2021 in 2001. But my point is that this team, it's going to be a rock fight. So don't just literally cross this game off your slate. If you want to load up on some Saturday studs, and then you want to play some good guys in the Sunday matchups, great. But other than Ramondre or Travion, I avoid this game unless you're playing a defense in which you play in the Pats defense or you're playing the Houston defense.
I could see Stevenson.
Yeah, I could see Stevenson and the Pats D.
Yeah. I think if we're playing the 2-game slate on Sunday, I think you want maybe that.
Yeah. But if you're playing the 4-gamer, just avoid this game. It's not worth the headache or the heartbreak. It's just go target the other games.
Yeah. Do any of you guys have any interest in the Seattle receivers outside of Jason? Because it's an easy matchup.
The tight end is the only one I'm interested in. I mean, Shaheed from a return standpoint makes sense.
Is Cup below 3,000 yet?
He's 3,500, and actually, I speculated that a time traveler may have known that. A time traveler may know something about Cooper Kupp having a great playoff, because I was in 6 best ball drafts one night, and this guy kept taking Cooper Kupp in the 3rd round every single time. So I thought that he's either an idiot or a time traveler, and so I'm leaning idiot, but you never know.
Honestly, if Seattle faces the Rams, I would say Cooper Kupp in every lineup I put.
Maybe this is
just from a revenge standpoint,
legacy retirement game. Maybe this is his.
No, I don't think it's a retirement game. I think Seattle wins this game, and then I think they play the Rams, and then I think Cooper Kupp basically shoves Puka in a locker.
Well, the Rams were up 30-14 in that game before some craziness started. So, yeah, the time traveler. Yeah, this guy drafted Kupp every single time in the 3rd round. He knew something, or he knew nothing.
I think so. Not to maybe Dom has a point because Mike Vrabel said it best. The big dogs come out in January. Mm-hmm. They bleed in January. I mean, you watch all the Patriots behind the scenes stuff, and he even got knocked by a player and blood driven from his lip from their highest paid free agent, Milton Williams. Yeah. So I'm kind of Cooper Kupp, we paid you a lot of money. Are you a big dog? You can come out in January?
Do we have any stats on January? Do we have any stats on just January?
Well, last January it was him and Puka in Philly trying to lead a desperate comeback.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for a toe tap, the Rams win that game, if I remember right.
Yeah, they got to the 20-yard line at the end. So
yeah. And
Jake Elliott did miss 2 extra points. So it's that definitely was part of it. And I remember that because I did not cover the spread because he missed 2 extra points. So it's not happy with Jake Elliott. Thankfully, he's not in the playoffs anymore. Any last thoughts on receivers before we go to tight ends?
Nope. Let's go.
All right, let's go tight ends.
I'm allowed 5 more minutes.
We talked about Tunges before and Barner. I love Barner this week. He might be my favorite tight end.
Yeah, I agree.
Loveland is the top guy at 5,500, and rightfully so. He's been awesome recently. He had 26, 25, 21. This is like
those targets cannot be ignored.
Yeah, this is like Trey McBride like territory now.
No, this is Gronk territory.
Gronk territory, yeah. Yeah, either one. Like 10, 13, 15 targets
is
insane.
This is like Caleb playing like he's a rookie right now and throwing to his tight end. That's like legit.
Yeah, he's awesome. So I think it's either Loveland, you pay up for Loveland, or you go down to Barner or Tunges, or unless you're playing a Josh Allen stack, and then you might go to Kincaid or Knox.
I think that might actually be a even though it might be chalky, it might be a good eat the chalk play of just playing both Loveland and Tongas.
Okay. Yeah, or Barner maybe.
I would still lean it as Loveland, Tongas, Barner.
Okay.
If Kincaid is actually hurt, Knox opens that up too. But I think Loveland and Tongas are on a league of their own, basically, in those rankings right now.
Yeah, I agree. Someone's getting yelled at. Do you have to go? As Nuggets is listening, how'd you guys end up doing round one? Any monster teams remaining? I have some really good teams. I did 127 drafts. I ended up doing, and I had 36 go through. So it was like 28% advance rate, which is better than 1 in 4 when 1 in 6 is like the norm. So I'll definitely take that. I have some teams that are looking really crappy, but I have a lot of really good teams. Like I have a lot of Patriots Rams stacks. I have a lot of Bills, either Bills Rams or Bills Bears. I don't have any Broncos, so if they go, then I'm not going to win anything. I don't have much of Seattle. I do have one Patriots Seahawks stack. But I have some really good teams for sure. And I did one $100 single entry, and I have all but 3 players left in that. So I'm liking my chances. I think I have a decent chance to do stuff. So I think I made out well with these. So anyway, by the way, Nuggets Shane Gillis is awesome. He's a good athlete too, as a compliment. So
no, it was. I appreciate it. And most times I stick around for this, but
you have to go.
yeah, I'm getting yelled at, and I got a corset and very interesting.
Go, gentlemen.
Yeah, I gotta go. Wifey's like beyond pissed, but at least she's wearing
laptop
clothes.
And go.
Right.
Love you all.
All right, Nuggets. Thanks for
more than
coming
happy to throw it up on Twitter. But best of luck this weekend, and I think this lineup is kick ass.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna go Barner here for tight end, and then I'll figure out the rest. But anyway, good luck to everybody, and Patriots in the conference finals. Bye.
All right, we're here by ourselves with nothing crazy. I think all the craziness is done, but we'll see. My son might show up. My son's been getting out of his bed a lot recently. And I told him, like, if you come downstairs, you're gonna have to sit on the couch for a little bit because when I say finish the show. So anyway, I don't know what else we have to add. Like, we didn't talk about defenses yet, but I think it's Patriots or Texans. I think those are both good options. If you want to go Seattle's fine. Rams are fine. I would not want to play the Bears. They just get no pressure on the quarterback. I think the Bills are a decent option here because Bo Nix, I think, sucks. And as good as Denver's defense is.
I think that game is either a blowout by the Bills or that game goes like 48-45.
Okay. And yeah, I think Broncos, they're known to have a great defense, but I don't like them against Josh Allen, unless like Josh Allen's legitimately hurt, which I don't know if we're going to know. Anyway, that's where I stand on these defenses. Do you have anything to add with these?
No, I agree with you there. I'm not against the Bears, to be completely honest. And that's just because I think the Bears, I'm starting to see the light. My neighbor would be like, "Oh my gosh, you're starting to see the light with the Bears." But it's just, maybe I'm just love drunk on these narratives right now. With a couple of years ago, even though Ben Johnson's on a different team, it was like, okay, he's just seen both of these teams. It was like,
Yeah.
He just saw these teams in the playoffs, and even though it was a different team, he's created his own team now. And man, I'm scared. I'd be scared to play the Bears right now. I honestly would be. And granted, the Packers they look like crap, even though
Yeah.
McManus did. I'm surprised. I'm still shocked McManus cost them 7 points. But okay, here's my spiel with the Packers. Fire Michael Matt LaFleur, Jordan Malik Willis over Love. I will fight anyone that disagrees with that because I can't stand mediocrity anymore. It's like you've capped your ceiling if you're sticking with that route. You have. You're not going to win a Super Bowl. You're going to be You're going to be Mike Tomlin with the Steelers for how many years? Either 7th round seed, leave first round out of the playoffs, or you just miss the playoffs by one game. That's what if that's what you want, I'd be a completely angry Packer fan for that entire time. I'll wear a bag over my head. No, you wasted so many years with Aaron Rodgers and you got one ring out of it. You're not getting a ring out of from Love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with Love. I actually think LaFleur is a good coach. I wouldn't mind keeping him on, but I really don't like Love that much. I don't think he's a bad quarterback by any means, but I think Malik
He's
Willis
above
has.
Average.
Yeah, I think that's
he's
right.
above average with an egregious contract.
Yeah, I think Malik Willis has looked better. Now the problem with Willis, you have to pay him too because he's up for a contract as well, entering free agency. So you have to worry about.
I
that.
like what they're doing with the team though, with Malik Willis, because you can play the option on every single down with him.
Mm-hmm.
You play the option with him with Jacobs, and then when you're throwing, okay, you play like a rookie. You throw to your stud tight end Tucker Kraft, and then you have like a Christian Watson out there, which he's now proven that he can throw deep to him. It's like I'd be scared of that because it's like, sure, you're going to grind out a lot of games, but you're going to grind out wins, and a win is a win. Who cares?
Yeah, the offense looks crisper with Willis for sure.
Absolutely.
Whereas like you never know what you're gonna get with Love. Like he's the box of chocolates from like Forrest Gump, because like sometimes he looks amazing. Like that Steelers game where he completed 20 passes in a row, he's unstoppable. But then he has games where he throws off his back foot and he looks miserable. We can't move the ball at all. So he's just so inconsistent.
He just looks like a pampered child, to be completely honest.
Yeah. So, I agree with the quarterback. Now, LaFleur is a different story. Now, he does have his flaws, I think, but
what I look at LaFleur is them versus the Eagles at Lambeau, and when LaFleur just like left the field, tried to develop all these plays. The camera was on him trying to write up all these plays, and they still didn't do anything. It's like, okay, if you're trying to be a mastermind here, you didn't win.
Yeah, I hear you. It just feels like there's a lot of bad coaches out there, and I don't know if there's. I think Harbaugh would be an upgrade, but outside of that, I don't know who's better than LaFleur.
I honestly would take Tomlin over Matt LaFleur, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you could definitely do that, but it'd be funny if Tomlin and Harbaugh just swap places after going against each other for so long. If they just switch teams, it'd be pretty funny.
I just think like you've got Harbaugh. I mean, if you don't promote Halfley, like Halfley's, I don't agree with Halfley going to where he's interviewing at because they don't have good defenses. Maybe the Falcons, but like him going to the Titans, I mean, that's set up for failure. Him going to the Cardinals, set up for failure.
Yeah,
like go to a team with defense, I'd be scared of him.
I think anyone going to the Titans is just failure. Like, did you see some of the guys they're interviewing like this offseason? It's like, oh, we're interviewing Matt Nagy and what's his face, Jason Garrett. It's like, all right, well, do you want to maybe hire a coach who can maybe win some games? Like, it's so stupid. I still can't believe they fired Vrabel. That to me was so idiotic. Where he got Ryan Tannehill to the number 1 seed. He got Ryan Tannehill to the AFC Championship. It's like, what more could he have done with that team?
Just remove the Jets and the Titans from the NFL at this point because their owners don't know what the hell they are doing.
Just demote them to the CFL. You're not a you're not a believer in looking at the Madden ratings and grading players like the Jets do.
Like, try something. Like, you're not doing. Try.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Andy's here. Andy says, remember that the current odds also reflect and are related to the accumulate money wagered on these futures since January of 2025. That's certainly true. So,
Huh.
Andy, how's it going? Looking forward to the show tomorrow. Yeah. So, any final thoughts before we get to best ball? We could do like a best if you're up for it.
Yeah, I'm up for best ball. And you know,
Okay.
I haven't met Andy, so it'd be nice to meet you sometime, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, if one of these years to go out to Vegas, if you want to come with or like meet us there or something, I think that'd be awesome. And
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. All right, let's leave this and go to best ball. Are you able to do a draft with me, or are you just going to?
I could try. Is it collusion if we do?
I think it's just collusion if we're like, oh, I'll slide you this guy. Like, you know, I mean, we're just doing a draft together. I think. Like, I don't know if it's considered collusion. I have no idea. We did a bunch with Kenny, and we didn't collude at all. We were just like, we didn't even like talk about it. I mean, I talked about my picks after they were made, and Kenny talked about them after they're made, but we didn't like talk about like, hey, I'm going to do this next round. You know, so as long as we're giving our analysis afterward, I think that's okay.
So which one is it then?
It's the $20 one.
Oh, the 400K. Is it still? Do you have to like go out and go back in to make sure that we're in the same one, or what?
You can try to make sure we're in the same one. Like I'll tell you when to enter, because it's the trick is to not be too slow with it. So like the moment I say enter, like just enter.
Okay.
Anyway, let me know when you're ready.
I'm queued.
You're queued. Are you in?
No, I'm ready to hit enter when you tell me.
Oh, are you queued? Oh, okay. So you're saying okay. 2114 divided by 4. If we both entered, okay, that's too late. So we're looking for 2116. Once 2116 happens, we're both going to enter.
I'm seeing 2115 still.
Yep. Okay, enter right now. Oh crap! Damn it! I entered without you. Are you in a draft too? How'd that happen? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, well I withdrew. There's only 4 people that you can go in with it.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, maybe we can do another one after we try. It's so weird. Maybe someone, you know, what probably happened was someone withdrew this at the same time I got in.
Oh, probably.
So that's probably what happened. So
that's
maybe
fine.
we should wait until 2117.
Well, you're already queued up into this, so we can.
Yeah, so you can tell me what to do and whatnot. So I have the second pick. Puka Nacua has been going number 1 every time. I've done 6 drafts so far. Puka Nacua has gone number 1 5 out of 6 times, and the one time he didn't go number 1 is when I had the second pick, and then I got him at number 2. Do you think that's correct? Would you go Puka 1 or someone else?
That makes sense. I think a lot of people see them getting there, especially with the odds. I might even go CMC at number 2.
Really? Well, you like the Niners more than I do.
I like the Niners more, but then if I'm looking at the Bears, I guess
Bears can get.
I guess. Do you care more about quarterback in this?
I'd prefer to have a league quarterback. Yeah,
Then you probably want Josh Allen.
See, I still would take Nacua or JSN at 2. But if you think McCaffrey's the better option, I'm all for it. Because I have not drafted McCaffrey yet, so I wouldn't mind having a McCaffrey team.
Yeah,
not that I've drafted JSN either.
You're not going to see him come back.
No.
You'd be shocked if you see him come back.
Yeah. Well, I will take Puka at 2 if he falls to me. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think he will, but there is a chance. Kim Natick, I think, is a guy who dressed less. So, would you go JSN or McCaffrey here?
How I would do it is I would go McCaffrey, but I understand the reason for JSN.
All right, we're gonna go McCaffrey. We'll see how this goes. I have not drafted a 49ers team yet. So this will be interesting. So Jason goes third, not a surprise. I think we're looking at a quarterback on the way back, whether it's Allen or Allen just went, or Drake May, to kind of we'll see what Verrill does. So Allen Cook is a popular combination.
I don't think you need to go Purdy though. I think you're fine.
No.
Just like McCaffrey, and then that's it. You know.
Yeah, so Adams, which I don't understand. If you go Seattle, then Rams receiver doesn't make sense.
Like Stafford doesn't make sense here. I could see where the Drake May conversation goes with us.
Yeah, I think Drake May is the pick.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a 49ers Patriots stack, which could definitely get there. I think any combination could get there. I don't maybe Texans Bears would be very improbable, but it's I guess in the realm of possibility. I would be shocked if this guy doesn't go Stafford Williams, and then that would take us to Loveland.
Oh, Loveland! Ooh, wow, that was way high for Loveland.
That's crazy. And Stafford fell to me
Wow.
at 3. I'm not going to take him.
Then I don't think you go the route of the Bears in this case, because I think you'd want to stack Caleb Williams and Loveland. Oh shit!
I'm up 15 seconds. What are we doing here? I'm gonna go with the best player on the board.
You could just go Stafford, but
I already have a quarterback. I'm gonna go Kyron Williams, and maybe I could do a Patriots stack with both the Niners and the Rams. I think you could certainly do that. So,
I mean, 49ers and Patriots makes sense.
49ers Patriots or 49ers Rams, I think are it's very possible. So I'm gonna go.
That Loveland pick screwed me up. I was like, whoa, I did not expect that.
You got some crazy picks. Like I told you, guys, some guy kept drafting Nakua. Some guy kept drafting Cooper Kupp in the 3rd round. I'm gonna take Patriot players here and attempt to build a Patriots, 49ers, and Patriots Rams stacks.
Yeah, I think you probably have to go Stevenson next.
I already have 2 running backs, right? I don't need to. I think I can go Hunter Henry. There's Juwan Jennings as well. Okay, Stevenson went. That doesn't really matter to me. Hunter Henry, I think, is the pick.
Yeah, I'd probably go Hunter Henry.
Okay, so for Patriots, we have a quarterback. We have a running back from a different team, so that's fine. We have a receiver 1. We have a tight end. So
you might as well go all in with Patriots and just say like if it's not Patriots for AFC and whatever at this point, and then you can kind of stack different combinations for NFC at this point. Like you could probably pick up like May's probably going to be in a bad matchup, so maybe Purdy might actually be a good pickup at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Purdy or Juwan Jennings, maybe good. Risk it, go Juwan Jennings and then Purdy.
I prefer Tungus to be honest, but
we need a receiver. That's what I'm
yeah, you could probably go Jennings, or otherwise you could
let's go Jennings and maybe because Purdy is like he's not that important because we have May. I'd rather I really don't like taking 2 quarterbacks in best ball unless I don't have a stud.
Yeah, I feel like if you're picking Loveland, you're stuck with Pitt. Why did you pick Darnold? Oh, why did you pick Darnold there? What is going on here?
I have no idea what that guy's doing.
Well, I don't think you're going to get. I don't think you're going to get Purdy back. You might have to take him.
Purdy, yeah, let's go Purdy. Sure, I could do it.
Because you could take Caleb in that case too, but I mean, it also doesn't make sense.
Quorum went. I think we're still fine at running back. Hold on. Okay, there's a receiver I have.
Oh, you could pick up Swift.
Oh, I was gonna take Boutte. Swift.
I guess there's Henderson.
I think Henderson went. Henderson went 602.
Oh.
There's a Dunze out there. Let's go. Yeah, let's go Swift, I guess. 3rd running backs. Not bad. So we have 3 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 receivers. So we're just drafting receivers and tight ends the rest of the way.
So I would go Robinson.
Robinson.
Maybe not Robinson right now, but because you don't know when Purdy's going to come back or when Pearsall's going to come back. So
I think I want to go Dunze, or do you think Burden's better?
Burden, yes, Burden.
Okay, all right, we'll go Burden, and then I want a tight end on the way back. I want a second tight end.
I would go Tungus.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking of. If Tungus goes, then we could take Higbee. So I think that would be. Yeah, I think we've good. We definitely have a Patriots 49ers stack.
Mm-hmm. Is this only 12 round?
Yeah, it's 12 rounds. Yeah.
So then I think you take Montgomery, or not Montgomery, Robinson at between your 11 and 12. You probably want like Robinson. Okay, yeah. Then pick up Tungus.
Okay, Speaks in Tungus. Okay, so we have 3 receivers. We need a 4th receiver. There's Dunze. There's Robinson. There's Pearsall, which I think Pearsall's the play.
Yeah, Pearsall's the play unless Pearsall gets taken, and then you take Robinson, hoping that Pearsall can't come back.
And I want another New England receiver because I think it just makes sense logistically. Because the Patriots guys, we have quarterback, we don't have a running back, but that's fine. We have running backs from 3 different teams. We have Diggs, then we have blank, then we have Henry, and then we have blank. So we need a receiver here. Dunze just went. We can go Pearsall now, and then a New England receiver, whether it's Demario Douglas or Kyle Williams. Who would you rather have?
I mean, Demario Douglas is probably going to see more play.
Yeah, but I feel like Williams has more upside. You know.
True.
I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. What would you do here? I'll let you decide.
I think you go ceiling at this point.
Ceiling. Okay.
I think more people are going to more people would probably pick up Douglas over Williams. Williams might be actually your low guy. Nico Collins. What the fuck?
Well, you got to take a shot, I guess. All right. So how do we do? We have we do have a Patriots 49ers stack. We have May, McCaffrey, Diggs, Jennings, Henry, and who's left? We have Tonjes. So that's our Patriots 49ers stack. We have Patriots Rams. We have May, Kyron, Diggs, Diggs here. Williams, which is why I said logistically we need that. Henry, and I don't know if we have a flex for the Rams. So maybe I think that's where this Purdy pick hurt us. But that's okay. And then well, it's okay. So for for Patriots Bears, we have May, Swift, Diggs, Burden, Henry, and again Kyle Williams. So or did I say Burden? No. So yeah, with Kyle Williams. So we have stacks of 3 different teams. So I think this worked out pretty well. Okay, let's exit out of this, and maybe we can do one together. Is that still time? Okay. Let's see, 2156.
So we know it's by 4.
If it says 2157, we should jump in together. Are you ready?
Hold on.
Okay, let me know.
Tell me when you are ready.
Okay, when it says 21.
Unless we wait till.
Okay, do it now.
Yep, we're in it. Yep.
Okay,
I got the number 4.
All right, we are bookending. Okay. All right, so we are not charged with collusion. We can talk about our picks after we make them. Okay. But I think I can say this one right now because you can't draft this player. I I'm taking Puka. I think he's definitely the top guy you want in this draft. He is favored. The Rams are favored in Chicago by 3.5. He's the best, arguably the best player. You know, I mean, you could argue Josh Allen, but like he's the best player. So and he has a great matchup this week. Chicago's defense has been pretty bad. They get a lot of turnovers, but as far as allowing yardage, they're not good. As I pointed out to Nuggets earlier, they're 15th in EPA defense, and they're worse against the pass than the run. They have Jalen Johnson, corner is pretty good, but like the rest of the secondary is just not good, and they have no pass rush. So to me, Puka is the most logical choice, and I've done 7 of these drafts already in round 2 onward, and Puka's gone first 6 out of 7 times. Which is, the outlier is actually McCaffrey, not JSN. So someone took McCaffrey first. Oh no, sorry, I'm wrong. The guy took Josh Allen first. Sorry, he took Josh Allen first. So, which I could understand, I guess, if you really want to build lineup. So yeah, I will be taking Nakua here. Have you done any playoff best ball drafts? Or is this your first one?
This is the first one.
All right, there you go. It's our maiden voyage here, so that's exciting. So yeah, we could talk about what picks other people are making as they happen, but yeah, let's not get in trouble because people are monitoring this stuff. So we'll just talk about the picks after each one is made.
Agreed.
And I'm about to be on the clock here, and we're taking Puka for obvious reasons. So let's see what these guys do, and hopefully they make some stupid picks so we get good teams. That'd be nice. So JSN, it's kind of par for the course so far, and then Josh Allen has the 3rd ADP. So chalk would be Josh Allen 3, but no, he does not. Okay, so you're up. Let's see what Butters does here. Josh Allen, okay. And James Cook said, do you want to talk about why you did that?
I mean, I think it's just a ceiling, just a ceiling option. Like if they get to the Super Bowl, it's going to be off of them too.
Yeah, I think that getting them together is nice. Like they could both have big games. Like it's definitely capable of that. Like Josh Allen does not have lots of receiving options, So James Cook is going to catch a lot of passes, and he's just going to do a lot in total. And if Ty Johnson can't play, that's just gives like more opportunities for James Cook anyway. But of course, you have to look out for Frank Gore too. You have to be concerned with him. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, it's that's how I would have started too. Bo Nix goes 203. Wow, I was scared Stafford was going to go, so I would take Stafford. And I'll take Devontae Adams. Thank you very much. I have a whole Ram stack. Really appreciate it. Absolute nut. Who's drafting like an absolute nut. Can you justify Bo Nix at 203? I can't.
Wow.
Wow's right. I don't like you could have gotten him at like 403, And look, I mean, you could have a big game. I'm not saying you can't, but like you can wait on Bo Nix. Everyone else has a quarterback already. Well, I mean I didn't, but Sutton, I guess you pair Nix with Sutton. I guess that makes sense. But maybe a little bit later. I don't know. Maybe he's just living up to his screen name here. Absolute nut. I do nutty things. I mean, take Denver players. I don't have much faith in Denver advancing. Just say that. They could, but they were home underdogs to start the week. So you're up. I don't want to distract you too much as you make your pick, but we'll see what you do. Okay, Khalil Shakir, nice. And so you're like me. We drafted all 3 players in the same team so far. And Colson Loveland. Okay, do you want to talk about why you did that?
I think Bears actually have a legit shot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's true. I mean, I think everyone has a shot for sure. Man, Kyron Williams fell to me. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I have not seen a draft like this. Like a whole Rams team, basically. If I get, well, I won't say, but I'm right now just taking best AFC player available at this point to pair with my Rams. So Swift goes. Okay. So this guy took 2 quarterbacks in the first 4 rounds. I would not recommend that unless like I've drafted where, I've taken Stafford in this sort of situation at 204, and like Drake May inexplicably falls to 404 somehow, and I'm like I can't pass on that, So I would take Drake May there, but the problem there is and sorry, you're up on the clock, so I shouldn't be distracted, but like the problem there is that you take 2 quarterbacks in the first 4 rounds, one of your players is not going to make your lineup at all of your first 4 picks. So you're just at a disadvantage compared to the rest of the draft. Okay, so you took Brock Purdy. So I guess you're trying to go Buffalo Niners or Buffalo Bears. I probably should be starting players here. Let's see. I really want to make sure I get this guy in the run. I starred Henderson for 1 second, and then he just went off the board. Do you want to talk about your picks, Purdy, more?
I had to pivot.
You had to pivot?
Yep.
Why is that?
I wasn't expecting to see Caleb Williams that early.
Okay.
Again, this is my first time going in here.
Yeah, it's understandable. So I have a full Rams team except for tight end. I have Stafford, then Williams, Nakua, Adams, and Corum. I do not have a Rams tight end, but I have Patriots and Bills tight ends. So I can build I already have a Rams Patriots and a Rams Bills stack ready to go. And I could just add to that. Not that there's like anyone exciting left in those teams. I was looking for Henderson potentially. But for me right now, I'm just really looking at best player available who's not on Chicago, because the Rams play Chicago. Now, I'd preferably like AFC players, but if there's like a great value for an NFC player, I will take them. Do you want to talk about Odunze and Burden?
I was just fulfilling with the stack.
Okay.
I was considering Tungus, and that got sniped. I didn't think Tungus was going to go that early.
Yeah, he went like 11th round in the last draft, right? Kenneth Walker. I starred Kenneth Walker. I was going to take him. Who do we have left here? How many running backs do I have? I have 2. I need a running back and receiver potentially. So, although I can get 2 receivers later, maybe. Let's go. Park is, and it's my 3rd tight end, but I just wanted the whole Rams team. And then I guess I'm gonna go Woody Marks. So I now have a Rams Texans stack too. Now I need receivers the rest of the way, although I have 2 really good ones in Nakua and Adams, but obviously you need more options there. So I'm looking for any non-Chicago receiver. Although you have all the Chicago receivers, and you have Loveland too. So you have a good stack here. You have Allen, Cook, Shakir. Then you have any Bears receiver you want, and Loveland, and then another Bears receiver. So you have Bills Bears stacked up pretty well, and I have a lot of Bills Bears lineups that I did. Actually, they weren't even like Bills Bears lineups; they were like Bills Eagles lineups. But I also drafted Bears late, so that's how that happened. It was just like coincidental, I guess. So there's that. So anyway, like I said, I need some receivers. So you took Brandon Cooks. I just starred him. I think that's a good pick. Let's see here. So yeah, I'm just looking for any AFC receivers who might stand out. So you take Knox and Box. So yeah, add more to your bill stack. That makes sense. this guy takes Shaheed because he just took Darnold. I guess he's building Patriots Seahawks without JSN, which is kind of sketchy. But anyway, Franklin goes. So, like I said, we need receivers. I'm pretty shocked. Not that he's necessarily going to have a big game. In fact, like he could have a bad game, which is like why I didn't take him earlier. But like Christian Kirk is still here. So I'm more than happy to take him. So I have Rams Texans with Woody Marks. And it could go with if the Patriots lose. I have a lot of Patriots teams. If the Patriots lose, I'd like to have this team go like pretty well, like Marks, Kirk, and Higgins. Like if Rams Texans gets to the Super Bowl, I have all these Rams guys. I have Marks, Kirk, and Higgins, which I guess I should maybe take Collins at 12:04 if we're going that route. Because like Collins is not going to play this week, but if he advances, if somehow if the Texans win, I think having Collins is going to be a nice boon for that. So, which I guess I shouldn't have talked about because I haven't drafted yet. But anyway, we'll see. I'll make him my Mr. Irrelevant. It's fine. I'm not opposed to taking him in the final round because like I said, like a lot of people aren't going to draft him, and if you take him in the final round, you can still advance without having your final guy. You know, I've kind of like done that. As I called it like when I drafted Kenny, I called it the differentiation round, where I feel like your last pick should be used on someone who isn't going to be drafted that often from your main team. So not that the Texans are my main team, but it's like for the Rams, I guess it would be like Xavier Smith or something, or Terrence Ferguson, or Tutu Atwell, or Jordan Whittington. Like someone like that, but I just think Collins is like too good. Now this guy could just take him, I guess, but I'm more than happy to take Collins. If he's gone, then I'm looking at either Keon Coleman or Pat Bryant. So we'll see what this guy does, whatever his name is. Okay, he took Sakia. So yeah, I'll take Collins to end this, and I'm pretty happy with my team. I never thought I'd get a team with Nakua, Stafford, Adams, and Williams to start. I have a full Rams team. I also have Corum. I also have Parkinson. So it's not ideal to have 3 tight ends. I almost never draft 3 tight ends, but I think it's okay. Stafford's mine, the quarterback. Like I said, I usually only draft 1 quarterback. And then any AFC player is a stack with my Rams full team. So I'm pretty happy with this. How do you think you did in your draft, Butters?
If I could switch Purdy with Caleb Williams, oh my God.
Yeah, you'd have a really Bills Bears team, right?
Yeah, I was thinking Ray Davis at one point, but I'm like, I'm gonna lean on Ty Johnson because I think that's what they would do if he's healthy. But watch it be Ray Davis.
Or Frank Gore.
Right. Like Monungai, like because I had Purdy, I was like, do I pick up like Robinson or something like that? But that's like my wide receivers are there. Like I one of them is gonna get there at that point. So I mean, I'm really happy with this draft.
Yeah, I like your team. If the Bears advance, obviously you need that to happen. But like, if the Bears do advance over the Rams, which would be bad for my team, I think you would have a really good team. I like your start with Allen, Cook, and Shakir. It's kind of like how I would go. I'm sorry I took Kincaid from you. I don't know if you were talking that, but like you already took Loveland, so I didn't. And not that we're colluding, but still like
how I was looking at it though for Kincaid was like. I could see it in this matchup, but then, then he can maybe get like 12, and it's like 12 is fine. But I have Loveland, so why don't I go for a higher ceiling somewhere else?
Right. And I guess this is proof that we did not collude because I took Kincaid when we were drafting Bills players. So anyone's like, oh, they're colluding. Well, obviously we did not. And if you listen to our analysis, we didn't talk about any players beforehand except for Nico Collins at the very end. But that's
and
okay.
I guess if you look at it, like if Allen, let's say this does succeed, or let's say this does move on, like all of my teams move on. Like there's a world where Purdy might be better than Allen again because Allen is against um, uh, Denver, and it's possible Purdy has a better matchup against Seahawks. It's certainly possible. Like, okay, if I'm looking at that stack, like, okay, me going Allen and Cook, I'm already all in on here's my AFC team. Like, I'm not focusing on AFC anymore other than Buffalo. Because I've targeted two teams. I've targeted Allen, or I've targeted Patriots, and I've targeted Buffalo. So if I pick one, I'm not focused on the other anymore. I'm just going that route.
Yeah, I almost never draft two quarterbacks. Like I said, unless it's like I miss out on all the top guys, and I get like Caleb plus Purdy or whatever. Just because these top guys will usually get there. Now sometimes they may not, but I'd rather draft another guy who could play in the flex. Because you can only have one quarterback in your lineup. Like, whereas, yeah, you only start one running back, but you could technically have two. Plus, running back gets hurt a lot, and then receiver you have two of them, and plus the flex you could have three, and then tight end you could have up to two in the flex. But with quarterback, like like if Allen goes off for you, like your fifth round pick's doing nothing, or if like Purdy goes off, then your first round pick's doing nothing. So so that's how I feel about that. Like if you're spending like a first or second round pick on a quarterback, I would just ignore the quarterbacks the rest of the way, unless you get like a great value or something.
Yeah, I could see a situation where like, okay, it goes Puka, JSN, and then Allen. I'm probably going to go McCaffrey May is probably what I'm going to do, is because then I hope that they both go on. I feel like McCaffrey is, if he doesn't even make the Super Bowl, but he still makes the NFC Championship, that could be 30 points per week,
right?
2 weeks straight. So it's like, I'm fine with that. And then hope that I have who he's losing to in the next one. Like that's what I hope for.
Yeah, that's for sure. So I think I would go. You said McCaffrey May, right? So for me, it would either be that or it would be McCaffrey. May and Adams. One of those two. Now I like the Rams a lot, but then again, McCaffrey's a better player. I don't think the Niners going to beat the Seahawks, but obviously anything can happen. So if you're right about that, then yeah, you're going to be right on. You're going to be looking good. So I'd probably mix it up. I think I'd do like one I'd go May McCaffrey, and the next one I'd go May Adams. Like I try to mix it up that way, just because like it feels like with only 4 teams, it's pretty easy to draft duplicate teams. And then just like, oh, I just drafted this team. What am I doing drafting it again? So it's kind of mix it up and stuff. Ricky Pearsall did not get drafted, by the way, in this draft, which I find interesting. It sounds like he's gonna, from what I'm reading here, it says he's gonna be limited. He's officially limited in Tuesday's walkthrough, so he has a chance to return.
And in this case, when I went on Dunze Burden and then Tungus went right away, I was like, maybe I should have went Tungus on one of them. But then I was like, I could see, like, I already got Loveland. So, like, what am I doing there? Like,
right.
This team, like, when you're drafting for the Super Bowl. You're drafting to how to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, as I said, unless you want to do one more,
could potentially do one more. I guess the only weird thing that I would say with this draft is, like, let's say Buffalo's running backs were absolute junk. It's like, okay, well, at least, and I have Manungai.
Yeah.
So that was where I'm kind of like, if I'm looking at this, it's like, I really wish I had Swift there. Like Swift went so. Because it's like when you pick Allen Cook, it's like you probably most likely have to pick Shakir there coming back because you may not get that. And then it's like, do you want Loveland or do you want Swift? So, like, if it was Loveland and then it came back to me and Swift was available, I would have locked Swift right there immediately. So it's like, okay, I got two good running backs in this case. Let's figure this out.
The other option is to go, like, if you start Bills, the other option is Seattle running backs. You can take Walker or Charbonnet, whichever one you want, or you could do both. You could do Walker 401 and then Charbonnet 504, I guess. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And so Niners doesn't make sense because McCaffrey's gonna be gone already, and or you could do Rams. You could take Corum as well. I think Corum's extremely underrated. He only had 2 fewer carries than Williams in the first round. So I build a lot of Ram stacks where I don't have Williams. I have Corum as my running back.
I could also see a random scenario too where you have. I could also see a random scenario where you could have both Josh Allen and Nix in your lineup. But here's why I think that's not necessarily weird.
Yeah, I would not do that in best ball.
Well, the reason being is that if you think that game goes 48-45 and you think Nix potentially outscores Allen or just not at all, that team advances and you're getting rid of everyone else out of your lineup that may have had something like that, and it's like, oh, okay, you just took that out. You just blown up the potential for second place, like coming back from behind you. Like, oh, sure, like you may have had Allen, but I had Nix and I had these other players that I was able to just get you over the hump, sort of thing.
Well, I think that. So in this scenario, the Bills win, right? Like that's what you're looking at. Like you're looking at a Bills team that you put Nix on.
Yep.
In that scenario, when you move on, you're going to have a lot of teams that have Nix on their roster, and they're not. They're going to get 0 from him. So, I just think that like having a 0 on your team automatically is just not ideal at all. The
only thing that sucks about this team also is like if it's like in a scenario, how does that work? Like, let's say it was Bills 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
All I would have for 49ers is Purdy. So do they automatically have to score Purdy and then the rest of the Bills? Like, can they make all the points one team?
I'm not.
Like if you were in the final, if you were in the Super Bowl, if you were in the finals with this team, and it was Bills 49ers, are you locked in to have like, okay, 49ers, like Purdy has to be my points because you have to have at least one other?
No. You can have all the players from the same team. At least that's
okay.
At least that's why I assumed. I don't know. I never. I haven't seen a scenario where that happens.
Okay. I was just kind of thinking in that case because it's like, okay, let's say it was 49ers and Bears and 49ers make it. It's like, well, I have Bills and
yeah. Well, the problem is like you'd have to have Purdy outscore Allen or you're going to have all Bills. So, yeah, it's not like Showdown where you need one player from the other team. Right. You know, it's your top players just get in. That's what I assume. But like I said, I've never seen a scenario unfold that way. But
I wonder if not a lot of people are drafting like Broncos Bears.
Well, this guy drafted Broncos. Absolute nut. I mean together. Okay, you mean together. Well, you went Broncos, Bears. I would not have any interest in that. Like if that beats me, so be it. Like it seems like so improbable that would happen.
I'm just trying to think of the one stack that's like you can get it lesser, but then you're just like, well, why don't I just go all in on it right away? Like Bears aren't going. The earliest Bear that's going is Loveland. Okay, that makes sense. But is he worthy of round 1 or 2? Probably not, unless what we saw last one. Okay, so then. Obviously, like we're all low on Texans. Mm-hmm. So then, if that's the case, then I'm just trying to think of like one where you catch everything.
I feel like in best ball, if you try to catch everything, you're catching nothing. You know, because then your lineup is just so diluted.
Yeah. Your first 4 picks are probably in in any random order, like Nix, Loveland, Sutton, Caleb Williams.
And I don't understand why Broncos players go that early. Like, I know that they did in this draft. I wouldn't touch these guys until like round 5 or round 6.
Right. I'm saying that, but I'm saying like if you would happen to get in this scenario, if you get Broncos versus Bears in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
you're not going to have access to everything that you wanted, all scenarios, like with like let's say Troy Franklin goes nuts in the Super Bowl. It's like most people probably aren't drafting Troy Franklin. So you wouldn't even think about that because you'd have all these other players that you would have drafted. Like if you're thinking of all scenarios where you have like you have 6 of the Broncos, 6 of the. So let's say that on the Bears that you're going to have Loveland, you're going to have Loveland, Caleb, your 3 receivers, and Swift. So you don't worry about Monungai in that case. So that's 6. Then you're going to have Nix, Harvey, Sutton, and then 3 other guys.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think you even need that. So here's the problem with Harvey is that J.K. Dobbins might be back next week, and no one's talking about that. No one's talking about that.
That's
I've not seen. I see Harvey go sometimes earlier than this. I'm like, well, enjoy your 1 week because Dobbins will be back. So I've not seen. Dobbins.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And it's not like Harvey's been so dominant where he's going to keep the job. Like he's not. I don't think he's that good. Like he's explosive, but he just doesn't find the hole, and he just dances for like 3-yard losses all the time. It's really frustrating. And I say frustrating because I had him. I think I showed you the lineup. I had that one. The Christmas slate, I think. The one where the Bears or the Broncos played the Chiefs. Is that I think that was the Christmas slate. Yeah. I finished 3rd in a. I finished 5th in a in the contest. It wasn't the. It was the Spy or whatever it was, or the Wild, whatever it was. The Wildcat, I forget what it was. I was in 3rd place, and I had Harvey, I had Franklin, and I had Ingram, and everyone else only had 1 player left. I was the only person entering the game. I was the only person in the top 100 to have 3 players left. And I was like in 20th place, and I felt like really good about my chances. And then like all 3 guys didn't do much. Like Harvey scored a touchdown at the end, but like all game was like 1 yard, 2 yard, -1 yard, like 1 yard, -2 yards. Like he just sucks. Like he just really sucks. And Ingram didn't do much either. He had a chance at a touchdown, didn't catch it. Franklin had no one did anything on Denver. Denver sucks. So anyway, like these guys did nothing. I eventually got to 3rd before the final drive, and then the 2 guys behind me, they had the same lineup except for they had different. One guy had McLaurin, one guy had Debo, but they scored the same number of points, so they were tied, and they both had Kelsey. And I'm like, all right, please, Kelsey, do nothing. Come on, let me get 3rd place here. And then, of course, Kelsey catches 3 passes on the final drive, and those guys passed me. So I got 5th in the contest, which it paid out well, but like not nearly as much as how DraftKings prize structure is.
Yeah.
I ended up losing a lot of money. Not losing, but not winning a lot of money because I went from 3rd to 5th, which is I don't know. So I have a bad feeling in my mouth with Harvey and those other guys. I really think Broncos. I think they're the worst 1 seed I've ever seen in my life. To me, like 13-11 against the Jets, 10-7 against the Raiders. Like do I have to keep going here? They 20-13 against the Crystal Ludicon Chiefs, 19-3 against the Chargers backups. Good job there. 27-26 against Marcus Mariota. 20-12 against the Titans in week 1. 33-32 against the Giants. Like this team is just so underwhelming, man. What
if we get a Denver? What if we get a Texans at Denver AFC Championship? It's like, whoa, it's possible.
Yeah, it is. It's possible. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to not draft Denver players and hope I'm right. I don't know, unless they fall. Like I've sometimes taken like Sutton if he falls. Like I've sometimes taken Bryant like at the end. Like I'll do it occasionally, but like where this absolute nut guy took like Knicks and Sutton, that's crazy. Like that's absolutely crazy. I couldn't not do that.
So what's a scenario where so Puka's going first, then JSN.
Yeah.
Is it possible? Um, is it possible within this that you go? So McCaffrey went 3, but typically it goes Allen. Have you
Mhm.
seen it where the fourth person gets both Allen and McCaffrey? Like I feel like the only way that happens is if Cook goes 3 or May goes at 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. Adams could potentially go 3 too. Yeah, or Allen goes 3, and for whatever reason, Team 4 doesn't like McCaffrey. They go
Like that seems like
May.
it's such a strong team if you're able to get Allen and McCaffrey. Granted, you won't get Cook, but then it's also like, oh my gosh, you're miles ahead in the scenario where it's all Allen, no Cook.
Yeah. I mean, the team is great from a DFS standpoint. Just kind of like the contest we're looking at before, but the Niners have to win for that to really pay off in the end. Because just like some people might be playing to, let me get to round 2, but that's only $25. So you're paying 20 to win 25.
True.
And a 1 in 4 chance doesn't seem like a great thing. Like the goal is to go to the Super Bowl.
You know what? And I honestly just realized I screwed over with the third guy because he was going for a Patriots 49ers build, and it was probably good that I took Purdy there because then he was almost a full stack there. I didn't realize he was doing that.
Well, he took May, so I don't think he really needed him. I don't know. I think it's fine, but I always said that DraftKings should have a chat here, so like people could I don't know, cooperate with each other. I actually think that's the best way to do it, like to cooperate. I know it's like technically collusion, but if people don't interfere with one another, then the goal is to have the best team possible to go to win the pod. And sure, yeah, like other teams are going to be good in your pod, but if you escape your pod with a great team, you have a great chance to win the whole thing, and that's what it's all about. So I don't know. I don't think they'll ever have a chat here, but like if they did have a chat, it would be so easy to cooperate and stuff. So I guess it's good that they don't have a chat. So yeah. Anyway, where are we at time wise? We're 2 hours. So
I'd be willing to do one more if you want to, but if you got stuff going on, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, we could do one more draft, then I'll have to sign off. I have to update my mock draft. So let's see what we got here. 2248 4. So let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, when it says 2249, we're gonna jump in. So hopefully that's soon, and hopefully with some differentiation where we draft. Definitely going slower now than it did before. Someone want to jump in? 2247. So someone dropped out. That's not ideal. 2248. Okay, we're back.
I wonder if someone's thinking around with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then you see 2250 and you're like, oh shit.
Right. 2250 would still be fine for us. 2248. Can we get 2249? Can we get 2249? Let's go. All right, let's go. Enter.
Yep, we're in. Oh, I got the group one.
You have pick 1. I pick 2. Okay. So.
Okay, this is interesting.
I guess you are in the captain's seat here. You get to talk about what pick you're going to make because I can't pick your guy. So, who are you drafting at number 1? Who are you considering? Well, I mean, maybe don't say that, but
I think it would be dumb to be weird.
well, it's okay. Be weird. It's going to be weird. Just don't be too weird. Don't take Bo Nix at one.
No.
That'd be stupid. But really, I mean, like I think any of the top four can make a legitimate case to be number one. It really depends on how you feel about the teams and how far they can advance. You know, if you don't think the Rams are good, if you think they're going to lose, then you should not be taking the Nakua one. You know. And I know you like the Niners, so I would assume that you would not like JSN at one. So yeah, it really depends. I mean, I don't think there's a right answer for this, but I would take Nakua one, but I feel much stronger about the Rams. I think I still have them as the top team in power.
I mean, I've been leaning into.
Okay, so you took Puka. Let's go to the draft board. Yeah, I took JSN here. I have not built a Seahawks team yet. Well, that's technically a lie. I built some like where I had like either Drake May or Josh Allen, and then I put some Seattle. Seattle's like my secondary team. So I have built some Seattle teams, but okay. So this guy did what you did. He went Allen Cook.
Yep.
And see what Ken Manick is always in these drafts. I always draft with him. He knows. He probably knows what he's doing. I would assume. I would hope so. If he's doing all these drafts, I mean, maybe he doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. I'm going Drake May to pair with Seattle. So I'm building Patriots Seahawks here, and you're up with 2 picks now. So. Okay, what are we doing here?
Oh shit.
Okay, Bills Seahawks is interesting. Oh, sorry, Patriots Seahawks, not Bills Seahawks. All right, so you take Stafford, which makes sense because you have Nakua. Kind of curious. I also want to predict what you're gonna do. Let's see if I'm right. I thought so. I thought over Adams, yeah. Because you mentioned when we were talking about the DFS that you didn't like Adams. All right. Well, I'm going to go with the top running back on the team, theoretically, I guess. I don't know. Kenneth Walker. Could be the other guy, too.
But,
I just don't like this position.
You don't like pick one? What do you mean position? Whose position? Yours?
Yeah.
I like pick one. You got all the Rams guys. But then again, I like the Rams more than everyone. So Shakir is wild. Why?
Volume, probably.
Adams is a great pick at 3 or 4. Volume for what though? What is this guy doing?
For what he's doing? I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, goes.
I
I
really
guess
don't know what he's doing.
Niners, Bills. Sutton goes. I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea what's happening.
I was honestly considering Sutton over Williams. As much as like I'm with you with Denver, it almost was like, well, I know you're stacking Williams, but
Stephon Diggs. All right, so you are up with 2 picks again. Yeah. You're up with 2 picks again. So let's see what you do with your Rams Fires.
I mean, I'm kind of forced into it now.
Bo Nix. Oh man. Tough dilemma here. They're like two guys that really would like to draft here.
I'm kind of forced into it.
RV. You think so? One running back, tight end. Do I gamble? Let's gamble. I'm a gambler, right? I think. All right, let's go Stevenson. This is probably stupid. Charbonnet goes. Kinmatic, what are you doing? You're taking players from 5 different teams. Taking players from the Niners, Bears, Bills, Broncos, Seahawks. I don't understand. What is happening?
The only thing I can think of is that he was in our last draft as well.
Mm-hmm.
And is he trying to screw this draft over?
For who? I like the team.
No, his team.
Oh, he's trying to screw up his own team. For what purpose? Kinmatic, what are you doing? Is he going to take a 6th player from a different team? That would be. He can only go 8 rounds. See, he stacks anything together here. He doesn't have a quarterback either. Swift, he still doesn't have a quarterback. All right, my gamble played off. I was hoping Hunter Henry would come back to me. I didn't think they'd take Hunter Henry because they both had tight ends, although the D Martyr took a 2nd tight end, but I'm happy with the payoff. I think the Seahawks Patriots team looks great. Now they may not win, and then it might look like dog crap, but I think the stack looks really good to me. And Henderson. Okay. So you're
That was because I was running out of time.
okay. You have one more pick. So now we could say it's not collusion again because you took a guy from me. I think I took a guy from you, and I returned the favor. I was gonna take Barner. You jerk. I had both guys queued up. I had Henderson and Barner queued up.
Oh my gosh.
They're both gone. I can't believe it.
I was panicking because I was like, shit, I screwed up what I was gonna do.
Yes. Too early for him. I don't like multiple quarterbacks, but Darnold 7th round seems pretty good. So do I have whole Seahawks teams? I have Darnold, Walker, JSN, blank, and then you took Barner for me, so I don't. What about Patriots? I have May. Am I up? No. May, Stevenson, Diggs, blank, Henry, blank. Okay. So if I get Keyshawn Butte, I will have a whole Patriots team except for flex. So I could take any NFC player I'd want. And I'm just going to make sure that happens because you suddenly start taking the Patriot players. So I can't rely on you not taking my guys. So see, as anyone watching can clearly see, we're not colluding. All right. So 2, 3, 1. I think I'm open to any non-Niner, any non-Texan for this. So. Non-Niner, non-Texan. It's like Ton just stands out to me, but I can't because I have Seattle players. Non-Niner, non-Texan. Non-Niners, hard to say. Yeah,
man, I hate this team.
Do I want Evan Ingram? No.
I absolutely hate this team. I'm doing
it. Non-Niner, non-Texan. I wasn't going to take him. I keep taking this guy. I don't know. Badunze is, I feel like, too good to not bounce back. We'll see. Non-Niner, non-Texan. Okay. So we're going to be taking some Bears players at the end. So Kinmatic, what has he settled on? He settled on Bears and Niners. He's stacked with McCaffrey and Loveland. He doesn't. Okay, so he has a bunch of Bears players here. So I assume he's going to take Burden here. If he doesn't take Burden, I will. If you're listening, Kinmatic. If you don't take Burden, I will. He takes Franklin. How in the world does that make sense?
Probably best
How do you not
player.
take? How do you tell him to take the Burden? He took 3 guys at the end with Bears and Loveland. Like, what are you doing? I'm Kinmatic. I'm punishing you right now. Taking Burden. So you're up with 2 picks here. And we have 3. You have 3 picks left. I have 2 picks left. Okay, Stroud. It's okay, Marks. Okay, I'm gonna take Monangai. Really screw over Kinmatic, although I'm not convinced he has a plan. And I need a second tight end. It's non-Niner, non-Texan. There's 2 guys I could take. There's Terrence Ferguson, and then there's Dawson Knox and Box. Sue's close. It's just we're reading Fox and Sox. I was reading that to my son tonight, so it's kind of fresh in my head. And there we go. Dawson Knox goes. So I guess I'm going Terrence Ferguson, unless this guy takes him. Nico Collins, okay. I will take Ferguson, I guess. It's my second tight end. It's kind of unfortunate. Maybe I should have gone Hooper. I don't know. I think Ferguson just has more upside. But you were drafting Mr. Irrelevant here. Okay. You take who'd you take? J.K. Dobbins. Okay, that's a pretty good pick. No one's taking that. I think that's a good differentiation pick. All right, so you said you don't like this team. Why didn't you like this team? You only had 2 receivers.
So I understand like what I was doing, like with Puka, Stafford. Like, okay, I was forced to do it, and I was like, it was part of me was like, I don't like Kyron Williams in this case because of the argument that Evan was saying that between 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 2. So it was also kind of like the volume with it. It was just like I want a higher upside with a higher upside volume with it. But it's like, well, I can't pick Swift because that doesn't make sense. Can't pick McCaffrey; he's already gone. So I guess I could maybe pick. So like, who am I going to pick on the AFC? So I was like, probably Stevenson, and I just blanked.
Okay.
So Walker probably would have made Walker wouldn't have made sense there.
So you just don't like I think Kyron's a great pick at 301. I don't see what's so bad about him. 15, 11, 16, 11, 21, 17. Like, yeah, I mean, maybe you can't convert.
I just want 20. I don't want 15 average. I want 20 average.
Yeah, but like, who's what's running back after Williams is going to get that? Like, Walker's not getting that. Harvey's not getting that. Stevenson's not getting that. I don't think. What's Stevens doing? Maybe I don't know. Maybe Stevenson has a chance to do that. I guess, but
yeah,
I don't.
Henderson was a bad pick there because I was running out of time. I legit was running out of time.
I don't know. I mean, it makes at least it's not an NFC player, to conflict with the Rams. I mean, really, any non-Bears would have made sense. Like preferably AFC, but still, like you could take a couple of guys from the same conference as your main team, but just make sure it's not the same game. I just wouldn't go crazy with it, but
right. I guess in my case, I'm playing with 1 versus 1.
Yeah, I would say the only thing about your team I don't like is you only have 2 receivers. Which like
do I only have 2 receivers?
Yeah, you only have Nakua and Kirk.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Was not even thinking that.
Yeah. Yeah, if one of them goes down, you're just taking a 0 at that position.
So I guess so it's probably a good thing at that point I started picking up Houston because I was like, what if we get Houston versus Rams?
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly possible, but
I think if you took Higgins instead of Stroud, I think that would have been you would have had 3 receivers at least, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my team, I really I really like the Seahawks Patriots team. With Jason, May, Walker, Diggs, Stevenson, Henry, Darnold, not a fan of. If you would have taken one of these Henderson Barner guys, that would have been the 7th pick there. Butte, and then I just drafted a couple of Chicago guys, three Chicago guys at the end, just as like best player available / like, you know, Patriots. Do I have a Patriots Bear stack? Let me see. May, Stevenson, Diggs, Butte, Henry. Yeah, I've Patriots Bears stacks. So
Oh wow, yeah, you did.
Patriots Seahawks and Patriots Bears. So that's kind of like what I do. I mentioned to you that in like my round 1 best ball drafts, I have a lot of like Bills Bears. But I didn't like build Bills Bears. I built like Bills Eagles, but I drafted like 3 or 4 Bears at the end to like make sure I also had Bills Bears. You know, I like building the secondary stack in addition to the first one. So some people don't even build the first stack, like this Kinmanic guy. I think it's like extremely important to just to give yourself as many outs as possible, and to like, because the goal is to win the whole thing. And like if you have you know, if like Bills Bears gets there, even that, like I didn't even build those teams to be that way, but as it's only like a secondary option, but like I have a legit chance with that. So that's how I approach these. Build as many combinations as possible. I built teams where I'm like, I have like Bills Eagles and Bills Bears, but I also have like I also had like, it's not that this is a good example, but I also would have Chargers Eagles, Chargers Bears. And so I only drafted 4 players, drafted players from 4 teams in that draft, for example. So I love these playoff best ball drafts. It's kind of like a puzzle. You fit it together. It's so fun. That's why I've done like 137 of these so far.
And with mine, like my only option in this case is like, if I like, for me to actually like ship with this would be Rams and Texans.
Oh, Rams Broncos.
I'm probably playing for min cash at this point.
Rams Broncos, right? Or is it Rams Texans? Do you have a Rams Broncos team? You do, right? Yeah.
I guess I do have a Rams Broncos.
You have Stafford, Williams, Nakua.
Right, but
you don't have
I'm looking at my receivers. I'm going to get a 0. I'm going to get a 0 with receivers.
Yeah, you don't have a second receiver. Yeah. Yeah, you only have Rams Texans, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's the way for you to win, which, you know, could happen. I feel like I said, I think any of these combinations could happen. Some obviously more likely than others, but you know, if it's Rams Texans, I wouldn't be shocked. So all right, that's that's about it. Oh, we had one question before we head out. Would you trade Javonte Williams and 111 for T-Mac? It depends who's in. Who's going to be there at 111? I don't think I would. Like, I don't know. I mean, T-Mac's good. Javonte Williams is a running back, which, like, you know, I long term would rather have the young receiver especially. But trading 111 and Javonte doesn't seem like that's a fair trade.
No,
I don't think I would.
So either.
You don't think so? Yeah, we're in agreement. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks Butters and Nuggets for joining us. That was a lot of fun to do this, and we'll be back. These guys will be back to preview the 4 majors in golf season, and who knows, maybe some fantasy stuff in between as well. I'll give a shout out to Nuggets at Nuggets DFS. He had to head out early. Hope everything's okay on the home front there. And you know, let's we'll hope for the best for Nuggets, of course. Butters, do you want to shout out your Twitter or anything else?
If you want to follow me, I'm at Butters DFS or Butters326 DFS on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. I'm just doing the best I can here, and I'm hoping to have a little bit more luck with golf than I do with NFL this year. Shout out to us last year with the first round bet of Johnny Vegas for what was it, 4,000 to 1 or 100,000 to 1 or something like that. Or no, not 100,000 but I think it was
like
maybe
four.
4,000.
It's like 400 to 1, wasn't it?
I think it was 400 to 1. So yeah, it would be 40,000. It would have been 40,000 or plus 40,000.
Yeah, that was an incredible call by you guys. Yeah, we had a lot of great calls last year, so hopefully that continues this year. Can't wait. Like I said, I'm not going to do any golf content until the Phoenix Waste Management probably.
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
we do get Brooks back for
yeah.
We get Brooks back for Torrey Pines, so
yeah, Brooks Koepka back in PGA, which means we get to bet against him because his I don't know. Hopefully his domestic issues have cleared themselves up. But last year, from what I heard, he is not good. But hopefully that's been resolved. If not, then he will be someone we could target against. So we'll see. It'll be fun. Can't wait for golf to start, which means football's done. But it's you can't have football forever. So we'll be back tomorrow. I will check in with Andy to make sure to confirm that we'll be back, and we'll be doing Week 20 NFL picks against the spread, and then Evan on Thursday, and I assume Tom will be back from having the flu on Friday. So hopefully Tom has made a full recovery. And check out walterfootball.com for tons of content. We'll have an updated mock draft tomorrow. We have picks against the spread posted. We'll have our national championship pick as well in a few days. And please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, and do all that good stuff. So we'll be back, like I said, tomorrow, and hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you then.